Guess what day it? Guess what day it is? Mike. What day is it, Mike? What day is it, Mike? What day? Uh-oh.
It's Hump Day.
Hump Day. Hump Day. Huh? Anybody?
It's Hump Day.
Guess what day it is? I know you can hear me. Hump Day. Guess what day it is? What day is it, Mike?
Happier than a camel on Wednesday.
Hump Day.
Get happy. Get over it.
It's Hump Day.
Hump Day.
Hot like a tamale.
Look at that big ass.
Damn.
Big, juicy booty. Look at that big ass.
Twerking.
Big booty.
Look at that big ass.
Damn.
Big, juicy booty. Look at that big ass.
Twerking.
Hot like a tamale.
Look at that big ass.
Damn.
Big, juicy booty. Look at that big ass.
Twerking.
Hot like a tamale.
Big, beautiful ass. Big, beautiful ass. Big, beautiful ass. Big, beautiful ass.
Look at that big ass.
Damn.
Big, juicy booty. Look at that big ass.
Twerking.
Hot like a tamale.
Look at that big ass.
Damn.
Big, juicy booty. Look at that big ass.
Twerking.
Big booty.
Look at that big ass.
Damn.
Big, juicy booty. Look at that big ass.
Twerking.
Hot like a tamale.
Guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Anybody? Huh? Mike. What day is it, Mike?
It's Hump Day.
Hump Day. Anybody? Uh-oh. Hump Guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Guess what today is? Mike. What day is it, Mike?
It's hump day.
Hump day! What day is it, Mike?
What's up, everybody? What's up?
What's up?
Howdy.
Dale.
Hail to the chat. Let's quickly acknowledge the chat. We got Haldir in the chat, John Apple, which is on the panel. Dale was in the chat saying hello. So was Marcus is on the panel. Hello to you, Marcus. Edwin's in the chat. Elsie's in the chat. AKA Pad Peter's in the chat. Thanks everybody for being here. Thank Barrett in the chat. What's going on, guys?
Oh, you know.
I don't know. I stay away from everything. Everybody's crying. Apparently, I heard what's his name's feelings of when I was kidding around about Mandy and Dale and all the nonsense over there. What's his name? Art of Roy. He was Ober. I hate you. You were teasing Mandy. I love Mandy and Dale. Don't get butthurt, Art of Roy. I'm just playing around. I don't care that much. It's just a joke, man. Talking trash like everybody else. Of course, it's stupid. I mean, I didn't say that much, so.
No, you.
I just heard that rumor. Well, I heard that rumor that Mandy was her husband left her for a guy. I don't know. That's just the rumor I heard.
What?
Yeah, I don't know. There's this rumor going around that he fell in love with some tranny, and there's a video of somebody getting tagged or something. I don't know. I've never seen the video. I don't know nothing about it. That's just what I read on some, either it was on X that I read or somebody mentioned it, and I was like, what is happening? Of course, it could have been totally just they were joking around too. I don't know. Anyways, so it's all good. Yeah.
That seems crazy to me.
Yeah, like bullshit
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's from the the what's up, RJ, in the chat. Maybe it's from the Lord Raptor Jesus, crew area and war campaign and all that stuff. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. I just thought I heard that. I was just like, what is happening? That sounds nuts. Because people were saying now she could be shipped to Dale, right? Because now she's single, and Dale's just got a girlfriend. That's not his wife. So everybody was saying that. I was like, oh, I guess that's a possibility.
Doesn't she have children?
So she's not married, or if she's not married, so what? She could take them kids with her.
No, not usually not.
But anyway, so like I don't know. I think that's what made Art of Roy mad. So I just don't know. And
I think that's what made Art of Roy mad.
But yeah, so and that I'm just kidding. I don't care. I love Mandy and Dale. Okay, guys, calm down.
I'm still on your side, Art of Roy. Down with Omer.
Oh, Omer's a douchebag.
Down with
No, I
Omer.
could have told you that.
Up with the Don. No, down with the Don. Up with Omer. Well, no, don't say that.
Apex says, "Is Mandy single? I thought she was married." You see, I don't know.
I don't keep up
She's
with
married.
drama,
She's
so
married.
I don't know.
She's happily married in a loving relationship with Dale. I mean, with her man. Oh man, we're gonna get in so much trouble. Shit. We're gonna get EFAP and they're gonna rip me a new asshole. That's what you get for mentioning the omnibus.
Oh, what did you do to us, Omer?
Yeah, Omer just
I already got some stank over on fucking what's his name's channel over there with Don. I got stank all over me.
Oh yeah, I see Don was disavowing on Twitter.
Jeez.
I think he was disavowing someone else.
Oh, he wasn't disavowing Omer?
No more than usual.
No, I don't.
Okay.
No more than usual. I think that's probably true, John. Yes.
Oh shoot.
I think Don was hurt by the end of our show. I think we stayed on 1 hour too long.
Too long, right?
You have to understand who you're streaming with, and if certain people, and I can't say who, because I can't say who, and you guys all know why.
You can if you want to. I don't care.
No, but I'm not going to.
Care. Yeah. Don't bring that steak over here, Marcus.
Yeah, right. No, I think.
Oh shit!
You have to stay on point. That's what it is.
Clip.
You have to.
What's up, Apex?
Stay on point. If you let certain people start to freelance what they're going to say, there's some trouble be happening.
Well, it might have been my fault, Marcus. I did try to bring up the topic to some extent because I wanted to be able to talk about it as adults. Yeah, it was my fault.
No, but some of us aren't really adults about that stuff, and
that was apparent.
That's been established. Yeah. It's been a thorn in my side now for like a long while, man. It's upsetting the crap out of me. So,
yeah, once one comment was made, it was very clear that there's no middle ground or whatever. The mind is set, right? So
yep, that's it.
That's
it. And I think it's like, let's put it this way: it's like the name of cable. The mind is set. There's no changing.
Right. The spice must flow.
In that case, I'm going to show you what I finished. I finished my drawing from this thing. So this is it.
Oh, let's make you big.
Oh yeah, awesome, I like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I like it. So this is why I don't.
I just hope you didn't do that for nothing.
Who are you drawing that for?
No, I did not do that for nothing. Okay. As a matter of fact, it's going to be a trading card, and I did get paid for it.
Oh, good.
Nice.
Great. Yeah.
And I'm sending it to him as kind of like, oh, wow. I'm going to send it to him anyway because I got piles of these drawings that I don't know where to put them, and I don't mind having copies of them. You know, I don't need the original, so I'm going to send it to John.
Right.
Because why not, you know? And
then John, you said, who's this John fellow?
His last name starts with an L. And I'm in a hotel, so if everything looks a little weird, that's why. And Oscar Carreno's coloring it, and it looks really cool. So I'm sure he's going to post it. But I did not post it I did not post it because I let him post it. Because of his issue, I'm not going to post it. I'll let him post it. Usually
I'm afraid of getting burned, and I don't want to post these, to be honest. I mean, I sent him. I sent these to him so he could post them, right?
I would say on the studio, I did this, and
Hang on a second. Let me take a screenshot of this.
Shut up.
Screen, and
it's
I'm going to
be
post
a clip,
it on Twitter right
it.
now.
Yep. And look, not only one, I did two. I was so bored on the show.
Hump Day proudly endorses.
Because I finished these two.
Hump Day proudly endorses. Right.
Yeah, look, not just one, but two. Jesus.
What happened? We thought
I was so bored. I was just like, I'll draw another one, I guess.
Well, what are we gonna? All right, so now we're here, Dale.
Now what do I do with these?
John,
do I burn them like all the other people?
What are we going to do this weekend?
On the studio?
On Saturday, Joe Sontag is going to be on, and that's
Joe Sontag will be on, yeah.
And that's fantastic. New Comicsgate King.
I'm going to draw Reaper Destroyer then.
Again?
What? He's a new Comicsgate King? How do we do that? Obviously, I can't be doing this, right?
Is it official?
He's a Comicsgate, officially a Comicsgate.
But on the one show.
But he's official. Yeah, he's the Comicsgate King. He's officially a Comicsgate King.
That's pretty cool then. He
deserves it. Drew a nice. Yeah, I want to draw. I already drew Reaper Destroyer though, John. Were you on? Oh, we did it.
So have I.
Yeah, but I don't know if I want to. I want to see if there's other characters that are in that book.
Oh, I do.
Yeah,
have.
there's got to be.
I mean, I'll draw Reaper. I thought Reaper Destroyer was a pain in the ass to draw. To be honest with you, it's a cool character, just a pain in the ass to draw.
Look at this guy. This guy's awesome.
I do have.
The
some cool news. It's completely unrelated from all the drama. You guys know the gun goth picture that I drew?
Oh yeah.
I was listening or I was watching on the Haunted Pizza stream this afternoon.
Okay.
Mark and everybody on the panel all loved the picture.
Fantastic.
All when cool. 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. All of them complimented me on it. So I was like, I felt pretty damn awesome.
Oh, good. Cool. Congratulations. That's awesome.
It's great.
So it is going to go in the Art of Gun Goth book. So
man, I better send send mine to Mark Polson so he can put mine in.
Hurry up, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
John, you got the hookups or what? How do I? What do I do?
I emailed it, so I can get you his email.
Okay.
So he was supposed to be on, but he dropped out because I think he secretly hates Don. Is that what it is? I think we can.
Joe Sontag dropped out.
No,
Mark Bolton.
Oh, he dropped.
Dale, did I send this to you already?
You mentioned something about it.
I'll DM it to you if you want it, of course.
Yeah.
I'll send you the original too when I finish coloring it. So
okay.
If you want it, of course. Yeah.
So
Along with the night.
I ordered a copy of Gun Goth itself, and then I ordered a copy of the Art of Gun Goth, and that one is going to go up on my wall.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Nice.
I was going to draw. I was looking forward to drawing Gun Goth this weekend, but that's not going to happen.
Right.
I guess I could, but he's not on the show.
Let's see.
Because he hates Don.
Well, I mean,
even though he's paid him a few times to work for him.
Right.
I know. Well, no, Don.
He didn't like
because Don needs to pay him to get him on the show. Grease his palms a bit.
Because Don needs to pay people to get.
It's Don versus John, and and Mark Bolton had to choose sides, obviously. Yeah.
Oh, there you go. He couldn't get any of that stank on
Dale, you joined our chat pretty late. Did you see any of that? Well, at the end of the week, at the end of the show.
Yeah, I did. I'm the one who commented, "Oh boy, here we go!" As soon as the topic of Comicsgate came up.
Oh my god!
Oh, hey guys, check out my new character. Thank you, Apex. I got a new character, Marcus. His name's the Detective Eye. Check it out. I need to Detective Eye. Detective Eye. Yeah.
That reminds me of something.
Thanks, Apex. I'm gonna retool it.
I'm gonna come up with something called. I'm gonna come up with a somebody out of the Florida, everybody called the slog.
Oh, you know what?
Slog instead of the bog.
That's funny. Yeah, I'm gonna change this to the perverted eye. There we go. The perverted eye.
Yeah, the perverted eye.
How did I know?
Boobs.
Yeah,
that's what I was thinking because
and
I'm
boobs.
completely shocked.
Yeah, put like a nipple in here.
Well, the character itself is an admitted ripoff of Rorschach and Mr. A,
Yeah.
and that's not
The question.
Yeah, and the question.
Yeah.
That's not
The
a secret.
question.
You know, I don't know. I had a different mask, and he said, "No, I want a mask like this." And then it's just a guy in a suit. I mean, basically, you know, I didn't put gloves on. I forgot his gloves. So Oscar's going to put gloves on him. I go, yeah, that makes sense. Good. He makes it easier to draw hands anyway when they have gloves on.
Did you all see the homework I put in the DM group? I got a sketch here for the Hump Day.
Yeah. I started thinking, it's like, okay, so Omer's going to draw a sexy camel, and Evil Ginger's going to draw a zombie camel.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, and Marcus will draw
chick
like
all splayed on the hump of the Hump
a
Day
superhero camel.
Right.
Oh yeah.
So now I'm like, well, I have to do something different.
Marcus will draw the romance version of the camel.
Oh yeah, the romance cover.
Two camels with their necks intertwined kissing.
You know what? By the way, thinking of romance or non-romance, how about we not talk about butt sex on this Saturday in front of Mama Donna? I was like, John was sitting there
that was fun. That was fun.
John Longbox was sitting there looking at his phone because he's trying not to listen. And I finally said, hey, John, so this is what's going to happen. The next book you're going to put after Heroic Tales 2 is The Patriarch, right? To get Don to stop talking about it. Somebody's been looking at some nasty porn.
Jeez. Yeah.
Like,
well, and then Mama Donna comes in and says something that's like just jabs right into it, like, I don't care, blah blah blah. Or I don't care. I don't remember what she exactly said, but it was just like, what the hell's happening? It was funny.
Would you stop? You're saying that in front of your mother.
Ooh, a cyber camel. Nice. I like it.
Oh my
God. So hopefully we'll come up with some logos, and I want to work on a new intro and spotlight everybody and your art too, and I know like Don's got a nice intro with everybody, so and I had been wanting to do that. I just kept putting it off and forgetting about it because I like the intro that's already there so much. But yeah,
I think we can talk crap about Don.
So what you're saying is tell this one time in Baghdad butt sex story.
No, Tank, you're allowed to. You're allowed to tell it because you were not involved. I was like, oh my God. I mean, I've heard everything.
Hey, you can talk about that all you want over here. It's fine.
I missed that, thankfully.
Good.
So.
It's not Ballers, for God's sake. That's right. They have that, Ballers in the Jack Show have that stuff cornered.
Yeah.
And if you like to watch Ballers in the Jack Show, you like to watch. Sometimes I like to watch them. Sometimes I don't care.
Sure.
I
used to watch them religiously.
I find Cecil really funny. So.
I used to watch it on a regular basis too, but it seemed to get repetitive after a while.
Well, it's just
ever since they lost the midget and Dale, and his wiener coming out, it just wasn't the same, Choke out just isn't enough anymore.
That's true. He wants to get Donnie back on. He keeps trying to get it back.
Donnie
back on.
Shit.
I like Dale. Dale's was one of the best artists in the history of comic books. I mean, this is ridiculous. He's pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, Tank says his butt sex story in Baghdad is surprisingly wholesome.
Well, Don won't
I have this Marine buddy.
Don won't like it.
I have this Marine buddy who's like, man, when I was out serving in Iraq during after Desert Storm, he's like, man, there was crazy shit out there. Like there's nomads and shit, and all these farmers or whatever, and they call them those goat farmers out there and shit. Like, they don't see people for months and years out there, in the wilderness.
Oh no, you're not gonna.
Yeah, and he's like, that's why they call them those things because they see the goats all the time, right? And it's like, hello, ooh, la la.
Well,
Good heavens.
He said they saw so many weird shit out, so many weird things out there on patrols and shit. It was it had some truth and merit.
Usually those things do start some sort of truth.
Yeah, I've heard other things similar from other veterans.
I've all heard things about the Navy.
Did we lose John because of the conversation?
Oh no.
Isn't he a former Marine too?
Well, yeah, he might. Yeah, we might have reminded him about stuff. He's got to go.
Oh, shit. I hope not.
Oh no. See. Not only did you.
What happened, John?
Burn a bridge with Art of Roy. You burned a bridge.
Yeah, I know,
John.
Listen,
yeah,
Homer,
we lost you, buddy.
It's not hard to burn a bridge with Art of Roy. I mean, he has definite.
I've heard. Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
John, I don't know what happened. I don't know why we lost you. You're not in the back room, buddy. Try to go out and come back in, or refresh your browser or something.
How about
I don't know what happened, honestly.
You know who we need on this stream? We got to get Queen Mickey on this stream, and then get going.
We do need to get some more people on here because, like, the Rex and Tank Ferret haven't shown up in months.
Yeah, well, Rex is working nights, and then Peter, we've lost Peter to work as well.
So what happened to who am I thinking of? Not just Peter. There was somebody else we're missing that used to come on a lot. I gotta remember.
Oh, his internet died. Oh man, hopefully you get it back up. I thought it was because I brought up the Marine story. I was gonna ask you, John, what if you had any stories from being out there?
Yeah, who was the other person who was on here all the time?
Oh, James D. Lee.
Yeah, James used to come by.
He should come and take some victory laps over the Superman movie. Isn't he made about $100 million now on that? Didn't he personally make $100 million on the Superman movie?
Well, somebody had to straighten him out. I'm glad it was him.
It was Acapad. Acapad took him apart.
You know what? I can drop the link in the bigger group. See if anybody wants to come in.
Yeah. Because I got to bail early because I have so much stuff to do. It's not even funny.
Really? Hey, congrats on your Sodality comic. It seems to be.
Oh yeah. It was my big launch this week. I've been thanks to everyone who's been promoting it. I should drop can I post a link? Well, hang on a second. I don't know if I can post a link through.
Should be able to. You have a wrench, sir.
Let's see if it works.
You can ask Cal here. He'll do it for you. What's up, Montoya 76, sir? Ooh, Warpath. That sounds dangerous. Stay off the internet. She'll kill you. Not in Minecraft, YouTube. In Minecraft, not in real life. What's up, Montoya? You want me to drop the link to your comic?
Oh, I'm typing her out right now.
Let me send the invite to the bigger group if anybody wants to come on.
Where is James? James was a little quiet on. I wonder what he thinks. Well, he said that we were neutral, but I don't think that's on the side.
Hey, Tank, that might be a good thing. You know what I mean?
I don't think we're neutral.
Ooh la la.
Oh, neutral in what?
Well, he can say whatever he wants. It's his show. We're neutral on our show. And I'm like, James, I don't think we're that neutral on the show. I mean, what are you talking about?
I'll check to see if it works, Dale.
Yeah, okay. It did.
I mean, God's not that neutral. And Mama Donna said, if you don't like
yeah, definitely not
neutral.
Whoa!
I was like, what is going on?
Yeah, even she's Comicsgate to the core, apparently.
I know that really, I don't expect that guy to be on again.
Yeah. Both links worked for.
All right.
Ooh. Let's see what happened to the cover. Oh, one link sent me straight to the starting page. Haldir's link goes straight to the first page.
Yeah. I think I linked to the landing page.
Your
Linked
Dale's
to the comic.
goes straight to the cover.
Yeah, but check it out. I've got
Tanks.
Global Comics has decent analytics on it, so I can see how many readers, unique readers, how many page views, how many.
You tell the whale to get out of there, John, and kick its ass and come back.
Did you see, Dale? Did you see that they're going to do a print on demand?
That's exciting. With Comics Wellspring, Comics Wellspring kind of had a deal like that already, except it was kind of set up where basically you preloaded and you got on their store and you let's say you made some comics from Comics Wellspring, then you could put in an order for I think a minimum of 25 comics, and then they would print them on demand when they got sales through their store.
Yeah, a lot of people use them.
This one's for you, Dale.
Oh, he shared on Katydids. Awesome. Yeah. But it's interesting because not only does it show like the individual hits and stuff like that and where they come from, but it also shows how long readers stay on pages. And readers do not stay on pages long at all.
That's interesting.
Does it show me on the cover page that I've been on it for like a whole month or whatever, or the whole 2 weeks or whatever?
Well, that's really interesting. So we all sit there
because I have it up on a browser to go and read most of it. Because I've seen you work on it, right? So, and I've read the reviews. But I gotta read it, man. I'm so bad at reading comics. I suck at it.
So what they're saying is we all spend a lot of time like trying to make these drawings as good as possible, and these people aren't even looking at them.
Yeah, it's true. That's
really interesting.
Well, you have to understand also, like, people who are reading digital comics are generally just pure readers. They're not collectors. They're not artificiados.
Right.
They're not even necessarily, oh, hey, I'm going to, it's, what do they call it? What does your boy Zach call it, where it's campaign bucks or something like that?
Oh, right. Cultural war bonds.
Cultural war bonds, yeah. There's not really any of that in the
I didn't
digital world. So you're just getting pure readers, and like it tracks every page. So you get like a ton of people on the first page, like Omer, like he was talking about, where he just brings up the first page, and then you get a ton of people on the last page too, and then you get certain pages and pages with more panels and more dialogue obviously take a little more, but even like a page with like five panels, and maybe like 50 words of dialogue in the whole page, like people are going through them like in 5 seconds.
Wow.
It's incredibly fast. And like the splash page, it's 5 seconds, and it's like, okay, you draw a big splash page
and you just work
5 seconds on it.
Your butt off on that splash page, and they're like on it for 3 seconds.
Yeah, exactly. So
that's like I could see that being almost like upsetting.
Yeah, I can see where artists would
really
not be happy with that.
He is great at it. Yes.
Huh, that is really interesting.
What's up, Wargore? Walgo in the chat. He's available for commissions. Check his art out over on his YouTube page.
You
if
should get
you're an adult
on here. Get some. artist, not me.
Yeah, if he wants to come on, he's a little. I
So
don't
do
want to
you-
say controversial, but
Oh, is he?
he's not.
See,
I mean,
this
he
is
is
what
a little
happens.
bit,
I don't know.
but-
Is Waragor controversial? Are you controversial, Waragor?
He has a strong stance, and he don't give a shit about nobody.
Oh, we just dealt with that. Okay, that's fine. He can say.
But he's badass artist, and you know where he stands. Like that's what I really like about Waragor.
It's like my heart
you know where he
is in
stands.
my every
He don't
day.
give- he don't
My
give a
heart
shit.
is in my throat with this. I'm like, oh my god.
Oh, he says he can't. I guess he's working.
I have to work with you, and you're doing this. Please stop. Please stop.
Yeah. So Pete says he will jump on at 11. I shared the link if anybody else wants in the bigger group if they want to jump on.
You guys want to see the analytics page?
Sure.
Sure. If you want to show
All
it,
right.
sure.
Let's see. I'll share it. Hang on. Whoops. I assume I can share this. I don't know why I wouldn't be able to.
Let me know when it's up if I don't hear it.
All right. There we go.
Is it up?
Yeah, it's up.
There it is. Let's see it.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
What's
so
up, Elliot?
it goes through all the pages and shows you what people spend time on, and like the read times. You know, this is 5
That's
seconds
crazy.
here. Yeah, and they're
Wow.
just plowing through it.
So
And
for
every-
And how many pages is this comic? 24 pages?
It's 28 internal pages, but I put a front cover, back cover, and inside covers on both of those too. Oh, hey, it's Elliot Rodriguez.
What's going on,
What's up,
guys? Can you guys hear me?
Oh, hey Elliot, what's up?
Yes, sir.
What's going on? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
I can.
Yes,
Can you
sir.
hear us?
Yeah. Hear you guys perfect. What's going on, guys?
Oh,
Yeah.
how's it going?
I got a few minutes to hang out, but decided to come on. That's okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, man.
Thanks,
Yeah.
thanks for hopping on.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for
Yeah.
having me.
When did I see you? Did I see you today or yesterday? The internet days are on somebody else's show. I forgot who it was. Was it Ethan's show?
No, Monday. Monday I was on Post Kings with Maitland.
That was it. It was Post Gangs.
Yeah.
Wow, you're doing some big time. Oh, wow. Wow. Yeah.
I'm trying to get out there, man. Trying
Well,
to do this.
John likes Elliot a lot, so
Yeah. That's all.
What,
That's awesome.
what are you implying there, Marcus?
I'm afraid of
well,
John.
you know, John does draw a lot of penises. There is that.
I
I'm not
can't wait till he
saying
draws
it.
my penis.
He did. Didn't he draw it in that Fantastic Four?
I mean, Elliot, did you get your penis
That
drawn
was a
by
fun
John?
piece. What
It
happened?
was a fun piece. I'm joking around.
I said, did John draw your penis?
No.
It's a joke. I'm kidding.
Hey, he
Yeah,
drew a nice,
I got to be Dick Man for 2 hours on.
he drew a nice
Kings.
piece for.
Oh, there it is. That's a great looking. Is that a trading card?
Yeah, this is a sketch card for Hal. I think the pronunciation is Halir. Halir.
Yeah, that's a nice. Yeah, I love your cards.
Yeah. So, and then this one's yours, Marcus. I got yours done also.
Oh, thank you.
This is one. These are the ones that I got on Saturday that I was on the studio. Finally
Yeah,
finished
I
some of these
remember.
up.
Von Beardo.
This one's yours.
Cool.
Oh, that's
Oh, that
terrific.
looks
I love that.
great.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
great.
Great.
Yeah.
You should get him on the studio again. I want to draw that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that the guy with the skull mask thing. He's the villain, right?
Yeah. He's one of the villains. There's a bunch of villains. Here's
Okay.
Mama
He's
Donna's.
really good design.
Oh, look at that.
Very
The little
very
flower.
strong design on that.
Thank
That
you.
mask and his whole look. I like it.
Sweet. And I gotta do RJ's. RJ's is in the chat. What's going on, RJ's? I'm gonna do yours right now.
Sweet.
Who's RJ? in the chat too?
RJ.
Yeah, RJ William,
Oh,
the
hey.
creator of
William.
Call Sign.
Yeah, call sign
I
Orion.
had him on the show. Yeah, I had him on the show today this morning.
Wargore. Yeah, that sounds like a plan, sir. You let me know when you start that. I'll do some with you. And we'll draw glamour girls and adult entertainers on sketch cards. We'll put their stats on the backs on how many times they got banged.
How many guys?
What's that?
How
What's that
long?
lady's name that has like 1,000?
Oh, that she did in 24 hours or the 500 or whatever.
Blue, Bonnie Blue.
Gunnar Syphilitis?
Yeah, right.
Wasn't she like European or English, right?
I want to say she was English.
I have no idea.
I think she's
Yeah,
English.
didn't she did the 500, right? And now she's going for 1,000. Is that right? I don't think she's done it yet, has she?
She's a walking STD at this point.
Jeez, yeah. Hey, no shaming though. No shaming.
What's going on,
Let her-
Joe?
let her
No,
do what
that
she wants.
deserves shaming.
No slut shaming.
Yeah.
Does it? Does it? I don't know.
The men deserve the shaming. Maybe so.
Right?
Yeah, I think they do.
RJ, you're
Yeah, I
confusing
don't
me there
think I
because
can do
I
that.
read this. I like to watch, and then you put ... and I do insert adult female stars, and then it says you
Context
guys.
is
so-
everything.
Yeah, you guys. Yeah. Oh, she already did the 1K. Holy cow. Yeah, geez, I don't. Yeah, and it's all documented, right? Somewhere on the interwebs. I'm sure. And for her only fame.
Elliot, it was a lot of fun drawing your character a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I was really happy with all the artwork you guys did, man. It was amazing.
I was really stupid to draw both characters. I do that all the time on the show, and I'm like, why did I do this?
Glutton for punishment.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah, that
guys.
was
It
a fun
It's
show.
one of yeah. You guys got a great setup there. Good show. Great show.
Well, thank you.
Even though you're not coming back on.
Ever.
Never. No, I think you guys got the rest of July set up, right, man?
Well, people. The thing is, they say they're going to be on, and then things change.
Yeah, there's been a lot of cancellations of late. Yeah. Like the last 2-3 shows, people have canceled. I'm assuming it's just scheduling. It's not because they don't like Dawn
Or
us. Yeah.
They don't like me, but that's okay.
Right. It's
Because I said
Marcus's
mean.
fault.
I may say mean things about Rob Liefeld, and then they get mad.
Right.
How
You
dare
don't like
you,
Rob
sir?
Liefeld?
I'm too old for Rob Liefeld.
Oh, okay.
I did buy all his X-Force and all those X-Men and all those comics, and I got them all. I understand, but I'm like drawing wise, like I can't break it. I'm from a generation before, the how to draw comics the Marvel way type of thing.
No, yeah, they respected the anatomy more. They were more realistic. They
Yeah, and it's nothing against those guys. Like I play that on the show on our show. I'll play like I hate them, so that's part of the show. But I don't hate anybody. What do I care? I like Rob's stuff now better. Generally, it's designed much better, and than it was in the past. It's more solid.
Yeah. No, yeah. The one thing I always praise about Rob is his ability for creating, hyping, just tapping into the things that we love the most. Because
it's amazing.
He's got great designs in Deadpool, Cable,
and
Youngbloods.
Like we drew Deadpool once, and I was just finishing it up. And it is a fun looking character. I mean, it's really, like you said, it's a great. That's not like I wasn't even. I remember when he came out, but I wasn't even buy. You get kids, you don't buy as many comics as you used to, and all that. So
yeah.
Yup.
I'll play the character and try to drive Don crazy. That's my job.
Admittedly, that's not hard to do.
It really isn't that hard to do, fortunately. That's not hard to do.
Well, Pete, aka Pat, isn't on the studio, so you can't join in with his Rob criticisms.
Well, Rob, he knows more about that stuff than I do, but he still likes Rob. I mean,
Yeah.
Does he?
Yeah,
I don't know.
That one time, he was going hard for him.
The lowest Rob was the Captain America run. You know, that was like, oh boy, that was tough. But he likes that. I'm like, oh, okay. You know, when they took over Heroes Reborn,
that was fun.
You know, but Jim's stuff was really good. Wilson's stuff was really good.
Nobody remembers the Iron Man stuff.
Yeah, Wilson, he really.
Oh, Wilson's Iron Man.
It was the best
really
looking
complicated
stuff.
Iron Man. He complicated Iron Man, and he's been more complicated. And now nobody could draw him. Thanks, Wills, but it was great. You know. And Jim Lee's Fantastic Four, while it looked great. You do a great thing, which isn't easy to do. Drawing a thing is not easy.
Yeah, it is tough.
What? She was gonna do 2K? That is nuts. She got kicked off of OF for that? Wow. Like they even have standards for horse. That's crazy. That's crazy.
What's going on, Tank?
She's a whore. Like, who cares?
And the Avengers, they had, and Walt Simonson ended up writing the Avengers. I mean, it was not. I bet you if I go back and read them, they're not bad. But the Captain America got all the hate because he drew that picture with his giant boobs.
Yeah, that's what everybody remembers from Heroes Reborn. All I remember from the Avengers is Swordman was in it, which was unusual.
Thank you, Tank.
Well, that's
the
because,
swordsman.
Yeah, that's because if who was editing that? Was that Rob or Jim? Somebody read the early 70s. Swordsman was in the Avengers, and he married Mantis in Giant Size Avengers 4. He was a tree. You know, they had that Celestial Madonna storyline, and that's probably why somebody has a affection for the Swordman.
Who had big boobs? Who was drawing her with big boobs, or who?
Drawing Captain America with big boobs.
Captain America.
Oh, Rob Liefeld drawing.
I can hear the disappointment.
Did you know that Chuck Dixon was supposed to write that?
Yeah.
I saw that. I'm behind on Ask Chuck Dixon.
But it's so easy to get behind. I'm
getting kind of tired.
Is it easy to get behind? I've been trying to get behind for like 2-3 years. I haven't been able to get any.
Oh, is this
no
more
juicy
of
booties over here.
Your potty mouth anal sex talk that you ruined the studio with?
He encouraged Don. It was terrible.
Yeah,
all part of his plan.
Don was remembering his Navy days. It was terrible.
Yeah. Sorry, I distracted everybody. I'm sorry.
That was funny. It went on.
John, did you want to share any stories of your time in the service? Did you do any tours out in the Middle East or whatever?
Yep, 9 times.
You were Marines, right?
Yeah. Well, I'm dual service. I did my first 4 years, and the rest of my career, I was an Army paratrooper.
Oh, like Tucci.
Yeah, I believe he was.
You've always served Marines and Army as well.
I know of him, but I don't know who he is.
Really?
Yeah, I've heard the name, but I'm not familiar with the person.
He's like one of the OGs of all this gangster shit.
Yeah. A lot of people got started with the whole thing because they started watching You Boy Zach.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Well, I was late to the game, and I took my time figuring out kind of where I wanted to be in indie comics. So even then, I still try to avoid drama as much as possible.
Wait, and you wanted to be here? What the?
Oh no!
Well, Zach wasn't really wanting. He was part of the drama because of who he was. He wasn't really wanting to be in the drama all that much.
Right? Yeah.
Who your boy?
Zach.
Your boy, yeah.
Yeah, he's not.
They got sucked into it. Yeah.
I mean, he moved out of the drama because he got like, oh, I don't want to be on live streams, and I was just at the end of him. I think I heard him on a live stream once, and that was the end. I listened.
Now he's got his whole other thing, which is why, unfortunately, I'm not subscribed to him anymore.
I'm not subscribed to him either.
I couldn't stomach his constant videos.
I didn't mind that he was taking on what's now called the Zeros so much, but I didn't like that he was just he was rolling all other Republicans in with that. Like we were all terrible human beings. I'm like, well, what are you doing? Aren't you? Wait, what?
Yeah, aren't you one of us? One of us.
I mean, that was kind of your whole point. And all those Zeros are doing YouTube because of him.
Yeah.
I mean, Yellow. I listen.
Well, I'm doing it because of him too.
I've listened to Yellow Flash. I don't, I don't anymore because he was boring. But I stopped a long ago. But he had said that he started doing this because he will listen to your boy Zach. That was like part of his origin, and now Zach is giving him a hard time for not liking stuff.
Yeah, I mean it's funny because that was kind of Zach's whole shtick. I don't know. I mean,
Caleb,
he had some great videos back in the day, and maybe he still got some videos, but I just can't be bothered.
Ethan said that
tearing up the comics right there in the parking lot, streaming from his phone and shit.
Yeah, what was the point of that? You already bought the book, so it's like who cares what you do with it now?
Well,
it was his rebellion. It was his defiance. Yeah, it was a shtick. It was his bit.
It was his shtick. He was the first one to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been wanting to go to the gun range and take like a couple of shitty comics that are really gay or whatever, or lame, and shoot them up. Yeah, and use that as an intro video. But I don't think you can do that on a live stream.
You get struck, I think.
Videos. Yeah, you might get struck. Yeah.
Ethan said that he's scrubbing his whole channel. That there's going to be nothing on there. Yep.
Your boy Zach is?
It's just called Comics Matter now.
Oh, your boy Zach. Oh, yeah. He's been doing that for a while. Yeah.
Yeah, he used to always just delete like old videos all the time.
Yeah.
That must drive everybody crazy.
Well, sometimes I wonder if he just does contrarian things that drive people crazy on purpose. I don't know.
I wonder if he's got or somebody's documented all his videos from when he was diversity in comics. Like if there's anybody out there who's like got all that stuff and made a channel, What's up, Peter?
Oh, that guy.
We summoned Peter. What's going on, Peter?
Yo, what we doing? How's everyone?
Yeah, doing good, man.
Caleb.
What's going on, chat?
What's going on,
chat?
Good old Chatto.
Where do we all?
I guess it is 11 your time. Well, I'm working on the Hump Day logos. I got two ideas.
Me too. I'm working on a Hump Day logo myself.
Dale told me I should be doing a camel with a sexy chick, and so that's going to be the next thing I work up.
Yeah,
make a couple of them.
I was thinking
out and buns out,
Yeah, I was thinking like a Quasimodo camel.
Oh shit.
I was thinking of a cross-eyed Superman camel, like the guy who plays Superman.
Oh man!
Is he
hey, Pete! Did you hear James, the original James Lee? He made millions off of that Superman movie.
Did he?
He's making millions.
Every time there's a positive, he tweets up something. He retweets something.
Stocks are going up.
The movie. I wrote them a letter and I told them this is how it should be.
Right? Yeah.
It's
What's
like
their,
this.
What's their stock at? Is it even above $11?
I don't know, Pete.
It'll
I'm
be
just teasing because you're here.
No, I'm going to look it up right now. Let's see.
I didn't.
Oh,
Did
shit.
anybody see it? Did anybody watch Superman yet?
Yeah, I saw it. It was
I'm
great.
gonna go watch it tomorrow.
Yeah, that's right. I remember you say you like it. Yeah, I didn't see it yet. I want to see it. I'm not nuts about like the guy. The whole like kind of like when Shane says, "Boy, the trailers really turned me off." I'm kind of that. I'm that really. I like the Captain America. I mean the Fantastic Four trailers better than the Superman trailers, and I think
Really,
Superman's
I
better
didn't
cast.
really like this Fantastic Four trailers either.
I was
seeing Pedro Pascal and everything.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, no, that goes without saying, but like the whole idea of the trailers, like the way that 60s vibe was kind of neat.
Yeah, I mean that was cool. I mean, whoever's doing
Like,
the art
I mean,
design,
you know,
on
I
that
don't even
movie is
really
probably
like.
the
I don't really
best
like
part.
Vanessa. Yeah,
It was cool that they're bringing in the whole Fantastic Four, that goofy Herbie the robot they had in the 80s. That's cool to have him in there. But
Yeah,
I don't know, just something about it. Just I guess I'm
Well,
kind of burnt out.
I don't really like. Well, nobody likes Pedro Pascal. Why he's in any movies, I'm not sure, but I'm not that crazy. I'm not that crazy. For
Yeah, I
Vanessa.
think Pedro's. I really think Pedro's fine. I mean, he's an actor. You know, like
Yeah, but he's
He's
turned
an
into the
actor.
Rock. I'm just tired of seeing him in everything that's coming out.
yeah, but he sells though. Like he's like what has he been in that wasn't successful?
What has he been in that he's been really the star of?
The Last of Us.
I liked him in Game of Thrones.
He's not the star of Last of Us no more.
Wait,
Yeah,
that Wonder Woman movie was bad. 84 movie was bad. He was in it.
Yeah,
I
that
actually
still
kinda
made,
like
like
that
it
movie.
still made money though. That's the thing.
Yeah, I like
you know?
that movie
and,
too.
And that was also a COVID movie.
But there was no sequel after that.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman 84 was exceedingly woke because they let Patty Jenkins do what she wants. They didn't let her do what she wants in the first movie, and everybody loved it. They let her go in the next movie, and then that's why it has nothing to do with how much money it made or didn't make. The only reason why this is the way it is it's a backlash against Man of Steel and Batman vs Superman. That was such a dark take on Superman that they have to redo it with light brighter colors. I mean, they have to because that's just you look at it and you put the two characters next to each other, and one guy looks like Superman, and one guy looks like Superman's teenage son. But the difference is in the costumes, you know.
And both of their costumes seem to fit them correctly as well.
Well, they CGI'd his muscles to make sure it fit.
Pete, you didn't like Superman, right?
No, I mean I think it's not great and it's not like terrible. It's really in the middle. But the one observation with Superman that I don't know everyone missed is that James Gunn literally, like, if you've seen enough James Gunn movies and you know his movies,
He's a one-trick pony. Yeah.
Well, no, I mean he uses like he uses stuff from every single one of his like previous movies into this movie. Like he I think he recycles a lot. And I don't know if that was like out of convenience or out of him thinking, he's like doing like a greatest hits of and people will respond to it. But everything from like giant eyeball gag, a room full of video game players to control drones, like pretty much. It's a lot of stuff, but I didn't think the movie was engaging. I just wasn't like into it. Some people are though.
You saw it, Peter?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's that?
You saw it?
There's a.
I saw it last
you
Wednesday.
can see James Gunn through and through if you watch both the Suicide Squad movies, and obviously if you've watched the Guardians of the Galaxy. But the Suicide Squad's movies are so cookie cutter, but they're fun. Like they're not good. I thought they were fun.
I think somebody was. What was it? They were saying on the Pontificators. I was listening to them earlier and one, Clint Holinsky really liked it, and he was saying, well, this Superman, it was refreshing that he wasn't the inspiration. He was just another superhero and other super. But like my Superman's inspirational. Like he's an inspirational character, and he aspirational and inspirational. Like he's the leader. He's the OG of the superheroes. Period.
Yeah.
Make him not. I mean, I know they made a Supergirl like DC Comics did, which ultimately is really a mistake because she should be the only one left.
Well, yeah, or
that's from the 50s. You can't get away from having a Supergirl now.
Yeah, or there can be a Supergirl. She just can't be Kryptonian.
Right.
Yeah, which they did in Crisis. They changed her.
Yeah, because John Byrne that's because John Byrne made her decide when he took over. He decided that there was only Superman. There isn't a bunch of different Kryptonians.
But then Jeff Loeb. So Jeff Loeb, right, and Team Michael Turner, Aspen Comics, they did the genius move of their Supergirl was Kryptonian, but she was from Kandahar. She was from
yeah.
Right, and that's but that's also where within the comics, right? Like that's when they leaned into the Silver Age, and it's kind of like it was a lot of good reads, but it kind of decompressed, and then they brought in Crypto, like they kind of brought in all of these more fun elements, and they had like a couple really good storylines, and it never carried over from that point on though, and that's why you have to respect the work of John Byrne, because the way he set it up is the way to continue it. And you have to stay away from the Silver Age. You have to stay away from the Golden Age.
So John Byrne got really pissed at DC because he was on it 3 years, but he wrote and drew 2 of the comics. He took over even three of the comics. So he really did like 5 or 6 years of work on it.
Yeah,
shorter amount of time. But then all of a sudden, DC started promoting not his Superman. They promoted what was a Silver Age Superman. And he was like, what the heck are you doing? Well, Superman, John, there's the one we do in the comics and the one that's on everybody's underoos.
Right, yeah. And if you look at the animation, you look at the Superboy TV series, like the Ruby Spears stuff,
right.
like all of that technically should have been like the John Byrne universe, and it wasn't, and no, I get that, but look, he set it up, and it lasted until the 2010s. I mean, it's one hell of a run.
Well, the Snyder Krypton was from John Byrne.
Like borrowed a lot. Yeah, because like you can kind of argue that the Codex is John Byrne called that the Matrix. Like there's very easy overlays, and the I don't know, I do like Man of Steel. I like that movie through and through. It's hard not to compare the two of them.
Of course. Unless you're Rob Liefeld, who says, they're both excellent to me.
Yeah.
Because Rob has no taste of anything. He says, I'm going to cheer up for Hollywood because I live in Hollywood. And my son's in Hollywood, and he wants to be an actor, and I'm not going to sit there and ruin
an actor.
Unless it's Marvel, because Marvel, I didn't get that free drinks at a party. Even though I'm a 57-year-old man, I'm going to bitch like a 15.
Yeah. Jeez. Tell us how you really feel.
I don't really. At first I was like, I like him online, and I'm deciding he goes after people hard.
Yeah, he when he went over after Greg Capullo and Scott Snyder for the new 52 Batman, while those two guys really were injecting new lore, new characters, new mythology, and it just worked. Everyone loved it, and he when he went and he put out the DMs right away, and Scott Snyder was DMing him while he's like freaking out online. He's like, "Hey, is this performative or like, are you really like pissed off?" Type stuff. Yeah, and dude, like I think that was one of those moments where you're like, wow, like this guy really is. He's convinced that like everything that happened with him with Extreme Studios was like somehow wasn't like his books were guaranteed sales no matter what. Like and it's not like people were buying those books because they followed the stories, and like that's a major disconnect. And I just feel like he thinks
what people didn't buy those books for the stories.
Yeah, but from his perspective, like it's like he doesn't respect the reason why those books sold. Like it's because of him and his characters and his designs, and like if he's such a great creation machine, who cares if he lost the rights to Young Blood? Like create a new Young Blood, like can't do it. Like like he's holding on to Kodiak from the New Men and characters that no one cared about. Like it's really weird. Like and everything he's doing now, I don't get the selling 50 issues a night on Whatnot and pretending that it's next level sales. It's just lies.
I didn't like what he said about he was on with Millar, and then he was said about what he said about like John Romita Jr. first took over, and it says blocky. Everybody looks like our other artists, like unless they get in a big dispute, usually you're not sitting there behind their back picking on them. That's not something artists usually do to each other.
I don't know. I've seen a lot of artists on the internet in the past few years, Marcus.
Yeah, but you're still not supposed to do that. He's not supposed to be one of those guys.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Especially the guys who are not involved. Like, if you're involved with the whole CG thing and you're ripping other artists, like, that's a John Malin thing, That's not something everybody should be doing.
Yeah. You would think Rob Liefeld would be, like, way above that, right? Because of the status he kind of cultivated, right?
Right.
Like, he's got a huge following and... Go ahead.
I do feel like there is something to the point that if you go through Extreme Studios, only a few of those guys stayed in comics. And if you compare, like the comic book born talent staying in comics, if you compare Extreme Studios to Wildstorm Productions, like it's very, like you really have Panosian's the only one, but he did work for Wildstorm too. He was more like a freelance guy. But like like some people can say Fraga, but Fraga, like he's only done a little bit outside of like the Rob Liefeld sphere, and the Rob Liefeld guys did not continue careers in comic books, and you kind of want to say like did they get burned out? And they just took the first opportunity and like just never looked back. So I don't know. But
I listened to Joe Mad's interview. Speaking of which, get back into comics, and he basically said that he's now too slow to do comics.
Yeah. Well, he was too slow when he was.
He was always too slow, right?
Yeah.
Well, because he never really. He wasn't. They never made him at Marvel. He was an intern, and so he was sweeping up, and he learned by being there. But they never really made him. They never made him a Romita Raider. That's the oddest thing. Those guys used to help me out a lot, and they just one day his style hit, and they hired him, and he did a lot of those comics without knowing exactly what he was doing. He was saying he loved doing them, and he loved doing comics. But it's kind of interesting how that.
Well, that's also the unintended consequence of the Image era, where
that is the Image. That's exactly right.
you know, that in-house, like, this is how you're going to learn, like, this is how you're going to do it, this is how we do it here. That type of environment, you know, the image, because it was almost like they didn't know what to do. It's like we have to draw in this whole new style. People love it. It sells a lot of comics. But then it's like the institutionalized style that could get comics done monthly went away. You know, and it created a vacuum. And there's a lot of guys now that I look at, like Dave Hoover, Paul Ryan, and I just feel bad. Like I feel like horrible because they're cross hatching. They shouldn't be cross hatching. It's not.
Oh yeah, like, Alex Saviuk.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
you know his style. All of a sudden, he's got cross hatching all over his layouts on Spider-Man, and you know that's not how he draws.
Right. Yeah.
What's wrong with cross hatching?
Well, no, it was a cross hatching, and there was an image style that guys were doing that they weren't image style artists that the editorial was telling them to do.
I'm cross hatching the shit out of this.
Yeah. Well, cross hatching.
Like, you guys better not hear Doug Bacon talk about this.
Yeah, but what's natural for like Duck Bacon wouldn't be natural for Alex Saviuk.
And they're also digital. You know,
they were forcing everybody to cross hatch.
Right,
well,
right.
They were.
Yeah,
I wouldn't say they were forcing. I would say like.
Well, it's an editorial. I think they editorial. Well, either they like that was the big Herb Trimpe thing, and everybody said, "Why did Herb do that?" And it's Herb had claimed that editorial never told him, but to get work, he tried to do his best, you know, Rob Liefeld imitation.
You know, and then it's. I think
Mark Silvestri commented on that also, didn't he? He said, like back in the '90s, he spent a lot of time imitating Jim Lee's style that he didn't really embrace his own.
Well, because previously his style was much more based on John Buscema.
Yeah, he was up with Conan and all that stuff, or Savage. He was on Savage Sword. I kind of forget, but it's I would say it's the other way around. If when you look at the timeline, Jim Lee and Wells Portacio are imitating Mark Silvestri and Dane Green from Uncanny X-Men.
Yeah.
You know, like it's if you lay it all out, and you know, it kind of makes sense when you go into like the Birth of Homage Studios and those two guys like basically renting out a entire like office building, and then like when they break away, you kind of want to say that you know, like I think Jim Lee was learning way more from Mark Silvestri, because Mark Silvestri, if you look at his timeline on Cyberforce, like there's more Mark Silvestri in Cyberforce than like Jim Lee is in Wildcats, like after issue 5.
Well, Silvestri was the older artist. I mean, not getting Jim Valentino. He was the older guy, and he was the guy who had worked before any of them. In Marvel, for years he did Spider-Man, Web of Spider-Man. He did Revenge of the Monolith limited graphic novel.
Dude, I still think Valentino has the best Guardians of the Galaxy. I really do. During that time,
a little comment on Silvestri when they move off to Homage Studios, and they get Cyberforce 1 and 2 and Wildcats 1 and 2. Mark Silvestri starts playing catch up, and once they do that crossover, Mark Silvestri starts emulating Jim Lee, and there's that little 2-3 year window where Silvestri's trying to do what Jim is doing because Jim is so good at it.
Well,
right?
No, they weren't imitating each. I don't know if that's like the right way to phrase that. They were working. Well, they were.
No. Mark said it in an interview. He's like, yeah, I started kind of trying to do more Jim Lee-isms. There's an interview I saw where.
Yeah, but that could just mean like a panel or two or like a pose or two.
I got the impression that he was referring to his style, like his entire style back in the '90s was him trying to do his attempt at imitating Jim Lee's rather than doing his own stuff. Yeah, that's what I understood from it.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
some
you
of
saw
it
that same
too-
interview then, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think so.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
But with some of this, you have to consider that they're sharing inkers. They have assistants. Like they're sharing a lot of the same resources. And Williams was on Silvestri for for a little bit too. Like Scott Williams could have chose between Jim Lee and Mark Silvestri. So like that's where the line work and the line weights, and that's the separation of penciling versus inking. And but Jim Lee had for sure, like his combination of proportions and just the time he was willing to put into the pages dwarfed even Mark Silvestri. And I would say even like like throughout the years, like Silvestri makes better choices on his pages to get them done. You'll see he's very economic when it comes to like 22, 24 pages. But Jim Lee, it's almost like every single page is just this like eyeball fuck. And it doesn't have to be that way.
Is that a technical term?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
The fucking of the eyeball is important.
Yes, so
That's
Jim will
important.
put in the 12 hours to do
Sounds
the
kinky.
page, and everybody else is kind of shooting for the 8 to 10. So it's
Yeah, he was.
extra
Yeah, Jim was a
forwarded
beast back in the day, man. This stuff was incredible.
2 hours. Yeah. Yeah.
Do you think he works on his pages as long now?
No.
I saw there was one page
Not
of
according
Hush
to
2
Hush
that I
2.
looked at. It was great.
Yeah. Well, he maybe spending more time on the next issue because he's a month behind.
Yeah. I think the next one's going to be 2 months, 2 or 3 months, and then they're like
late books. Who is late books? It's not 5
Yeah.
years late. What's the difference?
yeah. Then,
I would kill for a 2-month delay.
yeah.
Yeah, right.
Well, everyone, I think I'm going to bounce out of here because I'm really busy. What's the time frame that you need these camel illustrations?
I was going to give it a
Yesterday.
month or so.
A day.
Oh, okay.
No rush.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess I didn't need to work.
I'm gonna name.
Pete said
mine
2 weeks,
Joe
so
Yeah, like 2 weeks.
2
Everyone
weeks.
just
You got 2
just
weeks.
get it in 2 weeks. I think 2 weeks is generous. Should be like a couple days.
Can I
Do
show what I got
yesterday,
so far?
Dale. Absolutely, yes, sir. Love to.
All right. So I'm kind of going high concept on this one. So the idea is we'll have this, and then I'll be able to put different illustrations inside the outline of the camel. So you can have different things going on in there.
Yeah,
that's my idea, anyhow.
I like it. Very
That's
cool,
dope.
sir. Very cool. Yeah.
All right. Well, you guys have a good night, and I will see you next week.
See you.
Have a good night, Dale.
See you later.
Take care.
See you later, buddy.
I thought he'd never leave.
Yeah.
No, I love Dale. I just like to say these stupid things.
Yeah.
I have to be on I have to get it out now. I have to be on my best behavior for Joe Sante.
Yeah.
Oh, he'll fire it right back at you.
I'm sure, but I want to kind of establish that first before I start. Well, I wouldn't make fun of Joe. I wouldn't make fun of Joe anyway. I mean, he's got a great comic book.
Thank you.
I always thought for the longest time that Kayla was his wife. It's funny.
Oh yeah, that's funny.
Yeah.
When CG, you could never know.
No, she's
Right.
Wife, trans.
So, Marcus, are you going to work on getting Queen Mickey on, or what? Do I have to shout out to her and see
I'm
if she
not
won't
going to get Queen
jump
Mickey.
on?
Man. I don't know what to think about Queen Mickey, to be honest with you.
She's
But if
a
you-
whale. We got to get her on, Queen Mickey.
People go.
Buy
I don't know
Marcus's art.
what's the deal about Queen Mickey? Two things. Gary Martin wants to sleep with her, and she buys a lot of artwork.
Oh, I thought it was the two things, her tits. One, two.
Well, that goes without saying.
Oh, okay.
But
The
she's like,
self-proclaimed queen of CG, right?
yeah, I don't know how she got away with that. That was funny. She's always said that. And but
She's
when
great.
people say they don't like her and she's a grifter, you kind of like, well, that's kind of true too. Because we don't know
she
why
spends money. She spends money.
now. She spends. She at the beginning she didn't spend money. She spends money now,
Oh, I see.
and she spends money like basically on the graybeards, not so much anywhere else.
Oh, that is true. That is true.
And she's bought a lot of stuff from Gary. She really likes that his stuff.
Now, is Gary wants to sleep with her? Is that what you're saying?
That's a joke. Well, wait, Gary, know, because Gary doesn't really want. He never said that, but
oh,
little flirtatious.
You imagine?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, because she's a girl, right? There's not many of them.
Got a giant
in
rack,
these parts.
So.
Yeah.
Exactly.
She's got those attributes.
There's a bunch of things that, like, just you observe, like I can't. I love Katie did, and hope she comes in, but I can't figure her out either. Like, if you come into CG, like one thing about CG and their fans, most of the fans are creators, right? At some level. And
she's got a good following. She's got a good fan base.
Yeah,
she does her anime stuff. She does really good. People see in the community what she does for everybody, and people support.
I know.
That.
I don't understand why everybody's mad at her. She did so much crap.
Why are they? Yeah. What does she do though? Like, why would they be pissed?
I don't know. It's
thought for herself.
It's like a Matt Barr thing.
What'd you say, John?
So probably just thought for herself.
Probably. Yeah. But I think she has a crush on Dan Lawless. That's my observation.
Funny.
I've almost said. I think I said that once out loud, and nobody paid attention to me. I posted it. I didn't really say it.
She's really nice, so I don't understand why people
really nice. People
bag on her so much. Yeah.
Every other week she has some posting that in tears.
Yeah.
Hey, look, and I'm all for a good ribbon and a good joke, and I've said stupid stuff.
But what's really fun,
like, I don't mean it. Like I don't
you
mean
could
it.
go.
Like,
You could go in. You could go in her chat, and she's got. There's a ton of wrenches, and you could post who you want, and she's never going to say, "Well, there's certain people you can't post," but we know who they are. But for the most part, you could post anybody. I could go there. I've done it. I've gone over and posted Elliot's links there.
Yeah.
And nobody says you can't post those links because it's all open to any promotion, any CG promotion.
Mm.
And she posts. She really helps out our buddy Apex here.
Yeah.
Maybe it's I don't know. Jealous of her clipping all the videos. I don't know.
No, Elliot, I think it's people get jealous because she got such a huge following.
Yeah.
She got a following,
she's like
huge following really quickly.
Within like a month or two, she got to like 12,000 subs. Yeah. I think that's what it has to do with a lot of it.
Yeah, I think so too. And she's called out because she's promoting everybody and clipping. And then Ethan liked her, so I want to hire her. She never was hired; she doesn't work for him.
Right?
But people really get into that, and they never forget anything. And there was some controversy.
That helped her build the channel too, right? Because Ethan.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But what about that whole thing with the anime she liked or something? I don't know enough about
it's dumb. It's funny, but it's dumb. I mean, I hate to say that it's funny, but it's a little bit funny, but it's dumb. Like, who cares? It's just an anime. It's not a real thing.
No, I know. And then they say awful things. I mean, they say things that are almost libelous, that they could get sued over. Some of the things.
Yeah,
there's a lot of that going around now.
So graphic. Yeah,
it's unbelievable.
Oh, the memes and the AI stuff. Yeah. Oh shit.
I know. At some point, it's got to stop. But that's what happens when you have a free. This is supposed to be kind of a free speech. It wasn't like it before. You had to be careful. Now, not so much.
Right. It's the internet too, right? So I mean, people are gonna meme the shit out of whatever they want.
I mean, I saw
some things catch and some don't.
What was that? Dojo Kun put you on that list of doing a really good comic, Elliot, and then other people said take you off. Remember that? That was
that was recently, man. Yeah,
I saw that thread. And I'm like,
I didn't comment back. I didn't comment back for Dojo because I know he's getting back from he stepped away from comics because of the drama stuff that he was involved in, and then he's trying to come back. And like the last thing I would want for him is as soon as he gets back, get into more drama. I was like, man, yeah, I didn't comment on any of that stuff. I just let that guy talk whatever he wanted.
These guys who got the drama, him and Brian Christgau and all these guys, if they don't like certain people, they should just maybe say it once and then that's it. Because it's just going to get you torn up on Trashcast.
Yeah.
If you don't want to be on it, then don't say anything. I mean, there's a high road.
That's insane. The guy jumps into the thread, starts attacking me and Jake, and then he calls us drama farmers. That's an idiot.
Yeah, well, he's a big Ripper guy, right?
Yeah.
That guy's been
drama farmers. That's Flip Flossy, baby.
That guy's been kicked off the internet before for bad behavior. Now,
who that enlightened guy?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and he got doxxed at the. He's trying to review comics and behave. I think. Basically, I think he said really bad stuff to people, not like what happened with you.
You know who's the biggest guy here who's gotten the most amount of hate that's on this panel?
Homer.
Pete.
Yeah.
Pete got blocked by Rob Liefeld.
I get blocked by a lot of people.
No, just kidding, Pete. Everybody loves Pete. No, don't block Pete.
Did you, Pete?
You gotta love Pete.
Who else blocked you, Pete? Let's go to the all-star of who blocked Pete.
Well, before any of the real drama.
Todd doesn't care about you, does he? Pete?
All of the kayfabe stuff. All those guys blocked me. I think Jen.
Really?
Oh no, the kayfabe guys hated you. I loved your kayfabe because I watched them and I liked them, but after a while I was like, you guys are full of shit.
Yeah, and then some other people that I kind of called out,
and that's because you like them, right, Pete? You're not you called them out, but you still like them, right?
Well, the kayfabe.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's like if you call someone out, it could be hey, things aren't what they appear, or this person, maybe is a real grifter, or they're they're just not 100%. Or dude, technically I called out the guy from Forbes today and Mark Wade, and the guy that wrote the article left a comment in my page.
Really?
And because they went down the route that Superman is an immigrant, and I'm like, well, if you go through the Silver Age, Superman has a social security number. It's issue 306, and then John Byrne, Superman, when he crashes in Kansas, he when the pod opens, it gives birth to.
That's right.
To the baby. So, it's Superman is birthed inside the USA, right? So, I gotta make a video on that. And I keep a list because there's a lot. And I'm not saying I'm the final say, because
Pete, don't take away my dream of Superman being an immigrant and being one of me and my people. What are you doing, Pete?
Well,
Yeah,
Well, he's
and
not.
and this guy is like, he's very friendly. He's an Eisner nominated journalist, but he's good with Mark Wade, and he's like the entertainment pop culture side for Forbes Entertainment, and so yeah, but like I'll call that out though, and then like I messaged him. I'm like, look, dude, I'm like, there's no ill will. Like this is like a fun little like call out, but there's like another perspective. So here we go, type stuff. And some people are good with it, and some people aren't.
Like the kayfabe guys weren't good with it.
No,
wait. But
really
can he be an immigrant still and have a social security number? I mean, what does it even matter?
Well, no, I mean it's just
immigrants can't get
calling him an
security
immigrant
numbers?
because that's just the current catchphrase for everybody.
Yeah, for the climate. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Bird got rid of the whole problem by having him born in the United States.
Yeah, he's
born
through the pod.
Inside the pod.
Yeah, but we know that's not how it really happened. He was already a baby when Daddy sent him off from Krypton. That's how we know it happened. He was already born. John Byrne, you got it wrong. How did you do that?
Yeah, and
I'm just kidding, guys.
know,
you know I'm kidding, right?
Yeah.
Messing around. Everybody went so quiet. I was like, I'm just kidding, guys. Like,
no. I think the kayfabe guys, that was definitely a COVID YouTube thing. Like nobody had anything to do, and they hit the zeitgeist during COVID, and and they blew up. They like some really bad artwork. Holy crap!
Yeah, and two of my friends just interviewed Tom Scioli. So like I watched that, and I'm watching the fucking interview, and I'm just like texting him, and I'm like, dude, I'm like, why can you not press him on? Because like Tom Scioli's like, well, like I tried drawing pages for Marvel after I did Godland, and I wanted to do Iron Man, and wanted to commit to doing pages and see if I could do it. And it's almost like Tom, like, and that's why I cannot talk to these people, because I would just be like, Tom, like, when did you think you were at that level? Like your whole niche is I cannot draw. And the people like there's like an underground indie thing about that. Like
right. No, that's the whole thing with them. That's absolutely right. They were underground artists. And what happened, especially with Ed, I don't know about Jim, but particularly with Ed, is that he created that woozy winks, and they went around comics to book publishing, and book publishing will publish anything, You don't have to go like McFarlane or John Buscema or any of these people that get a comic. It doesn't even look like a comic book. They will publish avant-garde stuff, and there's a bunch of artists that do that. And Jim Rugg is one of them, and they are want to be underground comics. Underground comics aren't always good.
No, I think they made it popular for having zero ability to illustrate. And they kind of they poison people that thinking like, oh, like I got zero ability, and then I'm still going to make an entertaining comic book. It's like, no, you're not. Like, no, you're not.
Godland was pretty wild.
But that's Joe Casey though. Joe
Casey. I didn't think that. I mean, there's certain things that Tom Scioli can do. Marvel, a straight Marvel comic is not one of them.
But he also surrendered. Like he gave up his style. Like everything he does, like it doesn't. And he's like, oh, I'm just all about the ideas. It's like, well, you know what? Like, why don't you draw like forms? Like, why don't you?
He pretty much does that. I mean, he does that. His stuff, like Godland, he was trying to be Kirby, and so it worked. There was that goofy Kirby thing, and he did that with Transformers, and he did that with that awful whatever that Fantastic Four archive thing that he did.
What was it?
whatever they call them. I forgot. The teeny tiny panels that they all do.
Grain design.
Yeah, oof. That was
Yeah,
bad. And I didn't think X-Men Grand Design was any good either. They gave these guys the jobs to like streamline the history of these characters, and like he basically had Franklin as Prince Namor's son, not Reed's son in that. And I'm like, who the hell is he? What are you doing?
Yeah, and that's kind of where again too, like they kind of take themselves off the hook because they're like, well, we're just about the like the ideas. I wanted to get all the ideas out there and stuff like that. And he talks about these like, he did these backup stories for like superpowers. So he did like like this whole like expanded like superpowers like universe.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but then he's like, I had 20 years worth of stories, and then like his first story is like Toy Story but with superpower toys, and it's like, fuck that, dude. Like it, like like it's not just like just because I say it's a good idea.
Well,
or
it's like comics for New York Times readers.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a little bit like that, but I do feel like the whole Scholastic and chasing bookstores. I think that type of format is probably more destructive than the movie pitch era, because we kind of went from like every indie comic being a pitch for a movie to every comic book having to get into Scholastic. Like those are
because Bone was such a big hit in Scholastic. And nothing is woker than those books in Scholastic at this point,
and that's the real market too, though. Like that's.
I know that my kids got tons of books from Scholastic.
Yeah.
Why do you think Harry Potter's so big to so many generations? Because it's in Scholastic every week. The same book that comes up every week. Goosebumps. All that stuff.
Yeah,
Goosebumps. And Marvel and DC never really cracked that. John Byrne had some Batman things in there. Simple Batman, like that he was hired to do. But other than that, they've had some of their goofy superhero things, but they've never really had, the things that are in there. Like you could get Watchmen or Dark Knight in the older version in it, but regular comic is not in there at all.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, it's like, like they have to be graphic novels, or like it's almost like Scholastic can also sell regular comic books.
But that's how they go. Why is Dogman such a big deal? Because that guy Dave Pinkley has been in Scholastic since he had Captain Underpants. My kids have the Captain Underpants book. He's in Scholastic every single week, and the kids love that. Yeah. They're not going to the comic store. They got this Scholastic book thing coming in.
Yeah, or like the dog.
Right, that's where that all comes from. Where is it sold? Yeah. It's sold in Raina Telgemeier. That's all in Scholastic. That is not like they're not all going to Barnes and Noble and picking that up. They're seeing it in that thing for school for the kids that get in school. And that's something, and it's nothing like. And nothing to crowdfunders, even the bigger crowdfunders have not been able to crack that. It was Bone did. Bone's the one. The comic and some of the comics like Dark Horse stuff or the Star Wars stuff is in there too.
Yeah, like the bigger problem. Yeah, because like Star Wars had a whole like young adult line too. Like
right.
Yeah. Like it was like Clone Wars and a guy named Tom Hodges.
All those weird gender bending things are in Scholastic. That's where they're getting it all, and that's where the libraries order those books from. See, Dale should have stayed. This would have been a good conversation for him. He'd like this.
Get back in here, Dale.
Poor evil Ginger's falling asleep.
I'm good.
I'm alive.
It's just interesting, but that's where, like, I don't know. I watch a lot of kayfabe, and then I'm like, these guys don't, because I know a lot of stuff. So like, these guys are wrong.
Yeah, they were wrong.
They're not right about everything, and they were. I would put something in there about George Perez. I go, George Perez he inked with epitographs, and Ed was like, no, he inked with microns. And in the early 70s, there were no
Yeah, I was going to say, and I think Microns, they were a Italian company first, and I forget the name, but you used to be able to dig those up on eBay because they were like they had like a whole different line, and somehow they just like fell into place with the Faber Castle, and then
right, that's right.
Yeah, and
but I don't think he inked. I think that he didn't ink. I think he inked with the pictographs. They didn't look like microns to me.
No, there's
it's like telling me I'm wrong. I go, dude, you don't know as much as I do.
Yeah, I think there's pictures of Wizard Magazine during Avengers Volume 3, Issue 1, when there's like pictures of him in Wizard at the drawing table holding a rapidograph.
Yeah,
like
I think you're right. Yeah.
Right here.
Repeatographs were like the gold standard back in the day. There was nothing pen-wise.
If you could afford them.
Right.
I had
the
some
comics.
If
you were doing Crocodile and Dip, like use repeatographs.
When I was in college, I hated those things. All they did was couldn't get them to work right. And
EBS used to draw with those. He did all his Hall of Heroes work with those.
Yeah, because he couldn't handle using a pen or a brush.
Yeah,
a nib or a brush. He said today he tried a nib, and it was just awful, and he never got into a brush.
I don't know how if you look at his line work, I don't know how EVS, like his pages, even during the Hall of Heroes days, just seemed like, 12, 15, 20-hour pages. Like, I don't know how
he like that now.
Yeah, I mean, but see, I think now it's like his process is optimized. Like, if you watch how he layers his drawing, it's
basically what he does more than anybody else is he just like puts scribble lines in blue and then draws in ink. But there's so many little lines on his drawings which is why sometimes is that once in a while, sometimes his characters look posed as opposed to flowing, because he's not drawing all over the page, like with a center line of action, and like the How to Draw Comics the Marvel Way style.
Yeah,
either the scribble style or but that's how he does it. That's not a criticism. It's just he does it different.
Yeah.
Some of the other guys draw.
Is he moving differently? Moving differently.
Yeah. Like Andy Smith.
Bad pun.
Oh, he doesn't do this thing. He puts the
Elliot got it
a lot. I think of these things.
What's going on with the chat? Let's see. Caleb says, recently watched Solo Leveling, and then, hey, Mike's in the chat. How's it going? Jay, dropping a like, share, and say hi. Thanks, Mike. Much appreciated, sir. This isn't the Hall of Heroes stuff. I just pulled these out earlier. Got Cyberfrog 3, 2, and 2 copies of issue 1. But do you think this stuff was repeatograph?
If it's the first one, I would assume
yeah. If it's Hall of Heroes, yeah.
No, this is a Harris Comics.
Oh, yeah. I'm not. Maybe I would say maybe it's still. Yeah, I'm a little less familiar with the Harris stuff.
Yeah, it's good though. I mean,
yeah, it's hard to
tell.
It's so hard to tell with the coloring too. Sometimes
it looks a little blurry. Let me see.
But the thing about you can get away with it's like Todd McFarlane liked to ink with a 102 nib. That's what Walt Simonson likes to ink with that.
Yeah.
The Hunt 102, yeah, baby.
Better. I don't like the 102. I never liked it. I like the 107 if I'm going to use a nib. But the reason why the brush is such a big deal for these comics is because the printing process sucked so badly that you couldn't get any little lines in. So why would they use a nib? Why would the illustrative nib? It wasn't going to publish anyway, so it all got into being thick lined and a lot of blacks, so that the newspapers can print it like Milt Kniff or something. That's really why the brush is a big deal.
Damn, look at that.
Thank you.
You want to share anything? But
Yeah, I'm working on Supreme and Glory.
nice.
Nice.
Is that for Rob Liefeld?
Yeah, I'm in one of the Facebook groups. Figured since I had some free time, figured I'd try to participate a little bit.
Sweet.
I'm
Marcus,
also
you wanna
blocked. I'm also blocked from that Facebook group.
That's great.
Dude,
Marcus, you wanna
Terry.
share?
Yeah, Terry LaSalle, the guy that runs it, blocked me.
Sweet.
Oh, that looks great. What's that?
So we
Yeah.
threw this on. This is one of those times we didn't have a guest, and so I didn't know what to draw. So this is my character, World War II character, Liberty. I published it. A guy wrote it a few years ago, and we gave it was like a free graphic novel. We all did 8 pages, or was it 10 pages or something? And I drew Nazi symbols and everything.
Are you doing a book for that?
No, not right now. I haven't drawn them in forever. I put the pages up, but without the lettering. But I got to scan in the book. I have like one book. It supposedly costs like $10, but we're all going to be. It has a forward by Eric Larson. It's before Larson went nuts.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah.
Nope. This guy met him at a con and became friends with him. And this guy was a real writer. I mean, he wrote a coffee table book about Alfred Hitchcock and all sorts of books like about New Jersey. He's a journalist. I'm not having any connection with him now, and I was going to do a second story. And they did a 2, but I wasn't in the 2. But I was doing a image pitch with Darren Wagner, Demifoot. And then I got a job at AT&T and moved to North Carolina, and I was working so much, like 60, 70 hours a week. And I had to go to Louisiana and work, and I took it with me. And he's like, "You take too long." I'm like, "Dude, I'm working. We'll figure it out. Just let me work through." I had like 10 pages that I did for him.
We lost Elliot.
Free. Everything I do is free. Not on purpose. So I didn't get a chance.
My bad, guys.
You're good. Yeah, I just said we lost you.
Sorry. Start over, Marcus.
Yeah, start over, Marcus. What were you saying?
Okay. So this character is created in the Battle of the Bulge.
Oh no, yeah, I got, yeah.
And I drew tanks and stuff, and I created the Panzervolk, an android Nazi robot cyborg.
Hey, Elliot, in case you didn't know, this is Marcus's character, and this is his comic that he made back in what year was this, Marcus?
Yeah, whatever it says. That
95.
We did that. That was a free story for that publisher, Steve Busty, to be in that comic.
Is that for real? Are you for real?
Yeah. And then we helped the publisher
Rich
pay
Buckler
to get
cover.
Rich Buckler and Joe Sinnott to do the cover.
Wow.
Yeah.
You did the art for that?
I didn't do the cover. I did the art on the inside.
Yeah, which is right here.
I did this.
This is Marcus here.
And I did I didn't do the coloring. I did the lettering.
Is this indie?
Yeah. Back then it was, yeah.
Wow.
I don't even like the story.
Marcus is actually somebody.
Yeah,
he's somebody. So this is Flashback Comics.
Yeah, he published 3 comics. He had
where can we get that?
You can find it on
eBay, Amazon.
Nice.
I think it's running like $14, but if you can find issue number 1 of Captain Courage, Peter, you have it, right? Peter has it.
Yeah,
it's
Peter
like $50.
Peter
that
has
one's
it.
hard to find.
That's
right before he got blocked from Amazon.
So
yeah, now he's blocked.
So me and the writer became really good friends. We were working for this. We were working inking. He was writing and I was inking for this play. And we were at this comic convention in Ramapo, and we were showing some work to this publisher, and he goes, "Oh, I need a retro story." So we came up with that kind of Flash Gordon story, and then so we did that, and then we started going to cons, like me and him, and we created our own Courageous Studios. because the character we decided I had an iconic look.
Yeah.
And then so we had a lot of cons and stuff, and we decided we needed to publish a comic. So we self-published a 16-page comic, 2 8-page stories, and a cover. And we published. We got 600 for us to sell at cons or give away. It's like a business card. We sold it for like $1. It was $1.25.
Man.
And we weren't looking to make any money. And I had thought I had about 20 of them, and I started giving them away to CG guys, like at the first Heroes Con, like Andy and fans and stuff. And then I contacted my writer. I thought he had a box of them. He was like, "We don't have any of those left." I'm like, "Uh-oh, nobody's getting any more of these." And then suddenly, excuse me.
You gave them all out.
Gave them all out. I posted it. I posted the pages a couple of times online, but you know how it is online.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get okay, you know. And so I've been through all this publishing before. I mean,
man, that's awesome.
A little bit. And then when I came in to do this, I wanted to we did 2 more. I did 2 more 8-page stories, 3 more 8-page stories. We were supposed to do an anthology, but then Diamond said anthologies don't sell with a couple of guys. And then so I have stories and covers done. I could put together let's see, 32 pages now. Add that story that nobody saw. I could have 40 pages of comics. I could draw 2 more pages. That fits 60 pages. But now
what are you waiting for?
Yeah,
what are you waiting for?
Launch the campaign.
I've watched all this, and I never want to do a campaign ever now.
Aww.
My writer's busy with grandkids, and I'm doing work with him on Mythic Americas, and I think eventually he'll want to do it. But I need to have. He owns half of them, and I would not do it without him. You know. Sweet. Also, I need to help. I wouldn't do it myself. Why not? Because I'm not doing this much work. I have a full-time job.
Well, you just have us help you out. Well, I'll help you out. I'll run it for you.
Everybody loses money crowdfunding. Why would you do it? One thing about watching a crowdfunder, it's convinced me not to want to crowdfund that badly.
Elliot, are you losing money?
I mean, I have invested.
You don't have to answer that. I'm just.
I mean, like how could you say no one's not? I mean, look how long Elliot's been working on this thing. I mean, like.
Well, no, but you know what I mean. Like, this has convinced me that crowdfunding. Yeah,
I got you though. But
you know what, I'm overstating it and trying to be funny.
Yeah, and I was just joking.
You know what? I know that. You know, I wanted to do it, and like Billy, you have all that work already done.
Elliot, I didn't mean to put you on the spot.
I'd like to get it all re-lettered.
No, I'll be straight up. Like, I mean, I've invested a lot of my own money into getting my comic done. Like for colors, art. I mean, for colors, lettering, and then also printing. And my time also. No, but But I mean, part of the game is that investing in yourself, and so I mean, my whole thing with all this is that I want my book and I want to have it in my hands, and so I have no problem at all drawing as long as it takes. I have no problem. I can't fork up cash for like a 60-page book to get colored. No, but I'll go as far as I can with it, and then obviously I'll have to ask the backers to help me get the rest of the way there.
That's the whole thing. Like, what's a real crowdfund? So we thought, let's say I would do a cover and 5 pages, and then you crowdfund the comic.
Yeah.
Now crowdfunding comics is we have to have the comic done first because it can't be late. But you're not supposed to lay out all your money first to have your comic done first. That's not a crowdfunding. That's a pre-order.
Yeah.
You know, when these guys say Vaughn Coleman, I'll use an example. Oh, my book is done. Well, your book's not supposed to be done. Why am I backing it then? What do you need? If you can already publish this, why do you need my money for?
Yeah. No, that's true.
Because you forget the prime principle to all economic things regarding the world. Always be using other people's money.
That's right. Well, that's right. So what happens to these guys? Like, they lay out. If you're a writer, if you only write, you're laying out 40-page comic. You might be laying out $10,000 to publish that comic book, and that's cheap.
Yeah, well, that's retarded. Yeah.
I mean, you have to pay somebody less than $60. You have to pay somebody $100 less to do the artwork. if you're like a big guy, then you're paying like pro rates, and that's even more expensive. What, you know, and then the bigger guys, the kings and the bros, what they're doing is they go, "Oh, I use my money to live." Well, when Graham Nolan said that, he kind of misspoke. They pay themselves their page rate out of the money they get.
Of course, yeah.
And that's how they make their living. That's what he meant.
That's kind of a given.
Right. But when he said that like the other way, everybody went nuts. You're not supposed to touch your crowdfunding money. But when you're going to make $60,000 to $100,000 on a campaign because you're a big shot, and thank God bless them, I'm not blaming them. They have to pay themselves their page rate. They can't get mortgage of their house.
Yeah, that's true.
The smaller guys, whoa, I have a job. Yeah, but it's harder to get it's very different for everybody.
Yeah.
And so I feel I need help. Like I need business help. Like this guy's got to help me. It's his stuff too. So eventually we'll get to it. And,
Well, hurry up already. I'm waiting.
Professionally lettered and maybe colored, if I can afford it.
Yeah, luckily for me, I've been able to sell some of my artwork and then use that money to fund to get some of the coloring done for mine also. And this first book, for example, that I'm doing, it's done, but that's not going to be the approach for the second book, because for the second book, I'm planning on having like all the line work done, but I'm going to need money for the coloring and for the lettering.
Right.
Like I'll have enough done so I can show people what it's going to look like when it's finished. But the entire book is not going to be done. That's a lot of money.
Right. I don't have a real problem. Anybody wants to do it the way they want. I'm just saying. Like, and I also want to establish myself as an artist without, and that's been slow. That's been slow. And that's why
Marcus, I only want to do it the way you tell me to do it.
I want to work for Rex. That's my dream.
Oh yeah, me too. I want to work on Bog the rest of my life.
I want to be the Bog artist.
Pretended Swamp Thing.
Wait, I'm going to change the subject. I have a question. Which character does he like? He never talks about Devil Flyer. He talks about the Bog all the time. Why don't you do a Bog?
Bog is his favorite. He doesn't even like Devil Flyer anymore.
That's funny.
Are you
wasn't
serious?
even his first choice. Yeah, Devil Flyer is like his third-rate character that he didn't even care for. His friend John Felendez is the one who picked working on on Devil Flyer, and that's why it's everything centered around Devil Flyer.
I see. I didn't know that because he never talks about.
And
Devil
Rex
Flyer.
wasn't comfortable drawing it himself initially. Now he is. I think now he could pull off just about anything. Rex is a good artist. Like, he's not bad. He's not horrible. I mean, and he's not like super pro or anything, but he's good enough, for indie comics. He's good enough.
I think what he should do
keeps getting better and better.
Pete might want to do this.
I've noticed that also about him.
Put together a comic on those pizza things you draw.
Oh, the pizza circle?
Yeah, make that a comic. And
yeah.
Make it round.
Have you ever seen
it makes me nervous.
The Kubert, Andy Kubert did a issue, might have been 1 or 2 issues of X-Men, and he drew it on grocery store paper bags.
Wow.
Yeah.
Which is
really cool stuff.
Yeah, Kubert's other level, man. That guy's insane.
I heard he does his covers like
what?
They're like huge.
What issues were those? And did they look like, were they paper bagged?
Yeah, they were paper bag issues. Yeah. And I think he may have done something similar for Hulk, and I think he even carried it over to Superman. I think it was a little bit of like a motif of his for like 10 years. He kept like going
I love it. Well, I've been collecting like big cereal boxes because I want the cardboard on the inside, so I could draw on that, and it's paper bagged, right? Like, and if I want to paint, I can paint on the smooth side and just paint over whatever images on there. So I've been saving a little bit of cereal boxes because they're almost 11 by 17 in size.
Yeah, you can use acrylic on those too. You can.
Oh yeah.
Like
it's nice cardboard. Yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely.
it's like very smooth too. So
right,
gotta be a little careful. Yeah.
Right. Unless you want texture, then you can brush it on there with a nice brush that'll give
Yeah.
you textured lines with your gesso or your thick acrylic, and you can get a little texture on there.
I hate to do this, guys, but I gotta get out of here. I gotta be in Maryland tomorrow. Yeah, I have to catch a train in about 4 hours. So
damn,
yeah,
working hard. He works
doing
hard
that.
for the honey.
A train to where?
He works hard for the honey.
Well, it's a train to Parksburg, PA. Then I'm getting picked up, and then it's then it's Maryland.
You're in demand.
OCMD, yeah, busy dude. Like I had my whole day structured to like get some sleep, and I couldn't even do that.
Thank you, Omer.
Because I got shoot,
yeah,
I got to shoot videos and I got to record. But coming up, I'll be doing. If you guys aren't familiar with Superman Gen 13,
Oh yeah.
we'll be doing this, and then we'll be doing Darkness Superman. So coming up.
cool. Hey, I got that Darkness Superman. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, very nice.
Yeah,
Very
I kind of like. I remember reading this. I'm like, I'm vague on what the hook is.
Nice. Who drew that?
Tyler Kirkham.
Oh, that's nice.
No, or was this Francis? I'm sorry. Tyler. Yeah.
Yeah, Kirkham.
Yeah, I mean it's nice looking stuff.
It's good stuff. He's kind of a Turner clone at this point. Like
Yeah.
a Turner clone.
yeah. Tyler
But
and
his new
Francis
stuff
were-
is his own stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like Tyler, Francis, and then who's the one that came up through Aspen? Crap. Talon Caldwell. So it's Talon Caldwell, Francis Manupal, and Tyler Kirkham. Like that's your
Francis Mountpool. I never really thought of him as a Turner clone, but I guess so. I guess so. I
like
love
to me,
Francis.
like sometimes it's like if you look at the wrinkles, if you look at the hair,
Yeah,
if you look
yeah,
at
I
the
see it.
effects, like that's kind
Yeah.
of where a lot of it comes from, you know. But they
But
were also
his faces
guys
are not very Turnery.
you know, but they were like they were anime influenced too. So you have like bigger heads, bigger eyeballs. Oh yeah, and then also for anyone with the Superman movie, we will be getting into the greatest story to have Baby Joey in it.
Sears.
Yeah, but if you guys aren't
Justice
familiar
League.
with Baby Joey,
heard
this is
that,
the book for you. So
Sweet.
this is also upcoming. Right here, Baby
Yeah, that's
Joey.
some of Bart Sears' greatest stuff there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
I have multiple copies.
Yeah, I don't remember Baby
of that
Joey,
most of that run, so I go through them
but I've got
regularly.
that run. Yeah.
I met Bart.
Nice.
So yeah, we got stuff coming. I just got to get to it. But yeah, guys, I really wish I could hang, but I need to.
Awesome.
No,
Yeah, I'm
no
gonna-
worries, but
Going to try and work on. Yeah.
Hey Peter, your artwork for Deathmonger is going to be in the book. I got it colored also.
Nice. Well, thank you
Yeah,
for
that's
that.
gonna be
Dude. I
there.
appreciate that. Yeah.
man.
Great looking. Like, and Death. I guess what Deathmonger's the villain, right? Like,
Yeah, he's the bad guy.
great looking villain. Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Fun.
Man, I would have loved to get like the whole studio cast in there, but man, I should have gone to the studio first. I wasn't expecting so much great artwork from that.
Yeah.
So much great artwork. Because I know the artwork was going to be great, but I didn't so much. I mean, you guys knocked it out.
I appreciate that.
Real quick before I go, speaking of great artwork, this is Omer. This is your boy. This is Opossum. This is the Opossum guy.
oh yeah, you got it finished off. Yeah, I think I
Yeah.
saw it on Instagram.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
That's really nice.
yeah, it looks great. Yeah, I think I sent him a version of, I don't know if it was done with the
Nighttime. Sweet.
with the whiteout stuff. I don't know if you were done with that because that looks
Yeah, it's like
I sent it to you, Aaron.
I'm just like I'm so slow with like kind of like workshopping this and getting it cleaned up so I can like because I always just take pictures. Like I need to get a little bit better with like post production type stuff or post press. So, but anyway, yeah, that's your boy's character.
It's cool. I'll let him know.
We'll add this to the Hump Day pile for the Hump Day art book.
Pete's gonna make his own Hump Day art book. That's great.
I think I have 16 or 17 drawings already. That's the crazy thing. Like I'm almost at 2 pages.
You have like 40 drawings.
I'm with you there, Marcus. I think I've got like somewhere around there.
Okay, one was sent out to Nick Gerber. I made money on that one. One is going to be a cover for Cooper. He didn't pay me yet because Cooper's poor. He's poor. So I'm not giving him a hard time about it. I got to add some guns on it. It's a nice piece.
Yeah, and real quick, quick analysis of Warner Brothers Discovery stock. It's roughly gained 1 point since the release of Superman 2025.
Oh, great!
It's almost up to $13 a share.
Oh, wow!
Wow, at $13 a share, we could all get in on that.
I'm getting 50,000 shares.
I'm gonna get one share just so I could say I could go to the board just like James.
You can with one share. You can go.
In contrast, if you guys want to talk about real entertainment companies, Walt Disney at 120. So wait. So here's the thing. If you want to go back to when I was going back and forth with James, you would have gained. You would have gained 30 points if you bought Disney when I told you to buy it that night. You would have got 30 points because it was like 90. It was at 90 or 89.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I remember you saying that. Yeah,
it was at 89. So whatever. What the fuck do I know? I don't know.
James said we have to get DC Comics back to where they were the best comic company ever. And I'm like, James, when was that? 1966. Come on, give me a break.
Yeah, I don't understand like that attitude because
I like DC Comics and all those comics are great comics, but they weren't Marvel comics.
But like realistically, and I read a lot, guys, and there's very few comics to where I'm like, I think most comics are like a number 5 on a scale of 1 to 10,
right?
And like comics are 5, like they can only be so good because they're made monthly and they're meant to be disposable. And I just think for companies to be successful, you have to be consistent with your product. I don't think the quality of the book weighs in on much. I just think you need to do the book. And people, but some of these characters will sell no matter what, too.
I think the better the quality, the more of a chance. But yes, I don't think you're wrong.
Yeah, no, yeah. I mean, well, I'll tell you one thing. Like even now, like with the Fantastic Four coming out, you know how many people are going to say it's not as good as the Jack Kirby, Stan Lee stuff, and they'll be like, "Fuck you! You never read that." Because those books are hard to read. Like when was it good? Like we can talk about the John Burns stuff, but dude, like even that is not everyone's cup of tea. So and that's what I mean. Like it just needs to be a 5. It needs to be
Jack, right. I know the Jack Kirby, the Stan Lee. If you read it as a whole, the deal is not. It's Stan Lee writes too much or whatever. Is what they created during it. If you start reading them, it's way better than the Jack Kirby copies that the guys were doing in the 70s that they were trying to be or Stan Lee copied the writers themselves, and it didn't work. Only Stan Lee could get away with it.
Yeah, I just think people
storytelling
I just think like people they get into some of this stuff and they act like the source material was really just like thing. And like honestly too, they did the same shit with like the Transformers. They'll be like, oh, the movie should be like the cartoons. It's like, fuck you, the cartoons sucked. Like,
well, yeah, well, that's a whole other thing. Yeah, I wouldn't say like the comics.
It's
blasphemy.
Yeah, but it's like the same shit though. It's like, like people, it's almost like this. They're almost like a robot. They're just programmed to freaking say, like even like with Superman, they're like, oh, it felt like a comic book. It's like, what the like, a movie's a movie, like asshole, like, and why would you say that about anything else?
Yeah, I've got something to look up. Did you ever see?
That's funny.
You probably know who Mike Francesa is, right?
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
You know all about him. You're close enough to New York. Well, he did a review of Superman. You've got to hear it.
Oh, really?
I heard it, and it's on YouTube a couple days ago on his sports show. And he's a guy. I've never read a comic book who sounds like he's from Long Island. So I never read any comic. I think I watched one Archie comic. I never read any comic books. I read the Daily News since I was 5 years old, and the nuns made me put it away. I was looking at the box scores my whole life. I never read any comic books. The best movie ever is The Godfather, and then if robots are in the movie, I'm out. If they're in space, that's what he said. It was so normy and so funny because he didn't get it, but he's seen all the MCU movies. He says, MCUs, I brought all my kids. They loved those movies. I sat on the end and they took a nap for 2 hours.
Yeah.
It was the greatest thing. But he did know Superman. Like, why did he know Superman? Because he saw the George Superman in reruns in the 60s when I saw him in the 70s. His Superman is George Reeves. What is Lois doing driving a spaceship? Lois is supposed to fall out the window and Superman's supposed to catch her.
Right.
Like,
that's awesome.
There's a lot of that to where it's like it is true because even when it comes to Superman though, like if you go through the TV shows, if you go through the earlier cartoons, it's almost like, and as he gets older, by the time he gets into the 90s, it's like he's so powerful. The only thing you can do against Superman is put him up against Darkseid.
They depowered Superman twice.
I'll be back, guys. I gotta check on something.
Denny O'Neil and Kurt Swan and Murphy Anderson depowered him, and they got rid of Kryptonite, but they hacked his powers. And then
if you're not here, Peter,
they grew omnipotent again, and then John Byrne depowered him. But he's never been, other than when he was Superboy, in the last 20 years, and this includes all of Shane Davis's Superman, they've been trying to de-age Superman, trying to put him in his early 20s, when clearly Superman and Batman were kind of like older characters. Like I would think they would, like the Superman is 78, he was supposed to be 28 or 29. The idea was Superman came out to Metropolis at the same time, and he was the same age as Jesus Christ. That's the idea of Superman. So,
I mean, like
trying to make him more relevant, make him younger and younger and younger. And now they have the guy. I didn't see the movie, and I'm sure he's a fine Superman, but he's not the leader of anything. He's just he's Superman, but he's not Superman. The aspirational, inspirational comic character that everybody does a version, whether it's Supreme or Sentry or something.
I'm assuming they're going to build to that, right? Or
it doesn't mean it's a bad movie. Guys like normies might not get it. We get it. I get it. We get all that stuff. But this guy's like, what do we need robots? Superman's supposed to get the bad guys, and bullets fly off them, and it's all the 50s TV show.
Well, yeah, but it gets to the point though where it's like, like these guys are not like that's where like I give so much credit to Zack Snyder for that Justice League movie, where it's like those guys are just like robbing a bank and Wonder Woman just like shows up.
Right. Now, Zack
it's like they have to do like simple shit, and they can't be fighting like a god from like another hell universe.
Not every second, no.
Yeah, and that's I think like the storytelling has
I
broken.
think if Zack Snyder made the same exact movies, but put a light on it, everybody wore a brighter costume, and then you could see everything. It wasn't always in the dark. It wasn't always in the rain. And they had bright reds and like they do in this movie, bright reds and bright blues. I think everybody would think it would have been a bigger hit, and they wouldn't have been remaking it because it would be what everybody wanted, and maybe had him smile a couple of more times. Because I agree. I like James Gunn movies. I love Guardians of the Galaxy. I don't need Superman being in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah. Well,
they bastardized Thor. They still, this guy's pretty funny. So now they made him kind of like a James Gunn character. And now, it kind of ruined him eventually.
But the weird thing with Man of Steel is because, I was like there, like when that movie opened and people liked it. And then like slowly it became this
I know,
like these criticisms crept, like it was like this slow bleed type thing to where I think more people were like disappointed with Superman into where like it didn't have this like this like self-awareness that the Donner and Superman Returns had.
They do this to every Superman movie since they did this to every Superman movie since Superman 1. That all they do is crap on every one that's not Christopher Reeve. And they even crapped on Christopher Reeve movies by the time it's Superman 3 and Superman 4. And they just completely dump on every single one. Like, I saw Superman Returns with my kids. It wasn't the most action. It was a good movie. We enjoyed the movie. I remember not hating this movie. And then you find out, he was a pedophile. He was looking in the window. He was spying. Superman does. What are you talking about? That happened in the movie. I don't even remember it.
Yeah. No, it's that movie too. I think that movie got a absolute raw deal. But I really do feel like the Donner movie is so like perfect. Like I don't think there's anything.
With
that movie.
Yeah.
And I think even to this day, like like all of these interpretations outside of like what they've done with TV, right? Because like you kind of look at Smallville and you're like, holy shit, dude! Like they were so ballsy with that. Like
that was very Lois and Clark. I like that. I don't remember it that well. I mean, we watched it. I don't remember it that well, but I didn't think it was bad. Like, and then the Superman one that was just on the CW. Like that guy was he was on their stupid shows. He was the best thing on the CW Heroes for like 2 years. He was a great Superman. And then he's not allowed to be in the movies. They have to have some other goofier looking guy. That guy looked more, Tyler Hoeckel looked way more like Superman than this guy. This guy's got 2 eyes on the side of his head.
Yeah.
He's got the fetal alcohol syndrome they like in Hollywood now. It's the same thing with the Flash. They made that goofy Flash movie, and they had that terrible human being be Flash. He was a terrible actor, and they had the guy who was a Flash in the movie in the TV show for 7 years. The TV show got bad, but he was never a bad Flash.
Right? Yeah, but the other thing
they don't even know what they have.
I just think a lot of what we're talking about, there's like companies within companies when it comes to these. Like these.
No, that's true. That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like you kind of think there's like a cross pollination and people are like talking.
They're not.
And dude, like I swear to God, you could probably be working on the Flash because the Flash movie was in development for like 10 years, right? Like that movie.
No, you're absolutely right.
Like every couple years, you would hear like some update that it was called Flashpoint, and the guys from the Lego Movie were working on it. It was like on and on. And it's almost just like you can just imagine, like, someone like Zack Snyder, he's making Justice League, and, he's making that movie for like a couple years. And then it's like, oh, yeah, by the way, like there's these TV shows. And, and he'd just be like, oh, like what TV shows? Well, it's called The Flash. He's like, wait, The Flash is in my movie. Like, right. Like I think these guys are just they work like they're not.
Most of the CW shows end up to be pretty bad. They didn't start off that bad, but they ended up to be bad.
Yeah, because it's like TV doesn't keep talent around for long.
Well, Green Arrow was good for the first, and then for the first few years, and Flash was pretty good, but everything else was just. Legends of the Tomorrow was just weird. It wasn't really a superhero show, and the rest of them are garbage. And they got worse and worse as they got more and more woke because they were made during the wokest of the woke time. The Girl Boss, all that stuff.
But like the CW did do a lot, right? Like it's almost like the like who was it? How many seasons did Black Lightning have?
It had like 4.
That's crazy.
I mean,
how does Black
had
Lightning
8 seasons?
How does he get 4? And yeah, they can't launch like an Aquaman pilot or
Green Arrow had 8 seasons.
That's
and
like
so did Flash, and then Legend of Tomorrow had like 6 seasons. They went on forever. They didn't make any money. Now at the end, they did get like the girl beats up all the guys, and the Flash's wife becomes the boss of everybody, and he acts like a complete wimp in the you know. And he was and Flash is a bit of a one-trick pony. So after by the third season, they really had trouble trying to find something for him to do. Because the problem with the Flash is that he's so fast that he literally has to do something stupid to have a story, to have an episode.
But that falls right into what we were saying about Superman, where it's like the Flash should. I get that it's a fun thing, but I think if you're telling a story, like the last thing this guy needs to do is run through time. Like,
like a whole Flashpoint where he ran through time, and then everybody was trying to save people, and everybody's really pissed at him that somebody had a daughter that turned into a son, and blah 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 blah. They were all pissed at him. They didn't even know what happened till he told them, and it was like, "What's going on?" He said a word, trying to bring back his parents.
So many of these characters are
EVS made a ton of money on
overpowered
on that Flash show. So
yeah, I did have like a couple friends that loved Flash though. They were
the first 2 seasons particularly were very good, and the actor was good. The main
always talk about it. Yeah,
that first 3 or 4 seasons they were a good ensemble cast. Unfortunately, the Flash, the actor had no chemistry with Iris. They race swapped Iris. And so he's fallen in love with this black girl, but who's also his stepsister.
Oh,
there we go.
Right, one parent was killed. His mom was killed. Right, that was the EVS started that part, and Jeff Johns. The parent was killed by the Reverse Flash, and then he was kind of adopted by Iris West's dad, Joe West, and they were black. And then like he always had a thing for her, she didn't have a thing for him. But they weren't in any way related, but they were stepbrother and stepsister. And that was like really weird.
I love it.
The whole thing. But this actor had so much chemistry with other women that they'd make her girlfriend before he would be like with his wife. He married Iris.
The crazy thing,
like just kill Iris off and just have him hang out with this other chick with a great ass, you know.
The crazy thing is I haven't seen any of the CW outside of like the first 4 seasons ish of Smallville. I never engaged in any of those shows.
I never watched I didn't watch any of the shows, but my dad was watching. He watches all the superheroes, and he'll watch any of that stuff. And he was telling me that Green Arrow is good. I tried Green Arrow, and it came in the middle of some episode. I couldn't make heads or tails of it. And then they had the spinoff of the Flash. I said, "Well, I'm going to watch this." So I watched Flash, was good, and I kind of caught up on some Green Arrow while I was traveling to his house.
Cool.
Green Arrow was pretty good, but again, you know, after a while, it's repetitive.
Well, that's right. Like that's most television, because it's like your job is to like stay on the air to sell ad space. Like that's that's the objective.
Like they had Eobard Thawne, the Reverse Flash was his great friend, ended up to be his enemy, and all this stuff in the first season. In the second season, they still had another speedster, and then by the third season, they had another speedster villain. Because who else are you going to have? By the fourth season, they didn't know what to do. And then
I'll talk to you guys later.
Kill Iris. I'm like, kill Iris.
Yeah, John.
Please, God.
Take care, John. Be safe.
See,
I gotta go in a little bit also.
Yeah, he's saying I was already supposed to be.
I'm sorry. The evil
Yeah.
I drove Evil Ginger away. He doesn't watch any of these.
Oh man.
I'll bore you on the. I always have to get up early.
Go check out John Apple's YouTube channel. It's in the description. It might be off, so you have to copy paste it in. I need to go in and fix the link. But go check out John's YouTube channel and tell him to post more videos. And while I got this up, let me share this tab here. Go check out Avenging Death Ominous and go see what Elliot's got over there. Pick up his book. I'm a backer, so you should be one too.
Sweet.
And get this great comic.
I am also a backer.
Take care, John.
Elliot Rodriguez.
Yeah, thank you very much for the support, guys, and thank you to everybody in the chat. And yeah, I'll be I'm streaming tomorrow. Tomorrow I got my show. Just gonna hang out, talk about Superman a little bit, and and I gotta talk about what happened with the newsprint situation. So I'll talk about that tomorrow. And then and yeah, so be sure to get the copy, get your copy, and yeah, thank you very much, Omar, for having me on. Thank you very much, Marcus. It was a pleasure.
Oh, it's great to have you on.
And thank you very much, Peter.
Yeah, no, it's a
pleasure, man.
Peter, check out.
Yeah.
Check out Peter's YouTube channel. He's got all this great stuff on here. Look at it. It's filled. It's beautiful. You can go see what's up with Milestone Wednesdays, Top Cow Tuesdays, his cringe father, the Todd McFarlane, the commentary on Rippaverse, Joe Casey, his love-hate relationship with Rob Liefeld here. Rob Liefeld blocked him. You search Rob Liefeld, Pete comes up. He's the first one on the algorithm there. He's got a whole thing on Captain America, Daredevil. Fantastic.
Captain America blocked him also.
Yeah, Captain America blocked him. Hey, the original continuity Captain America blocked me, not Hydra Cap or the one that was lost in Dimension Z. Not
Jack
the Dimension Z.
Yeah.
Jack Kirby's clap blocked him.
Yeah.
The real Cap.
And here we got here we got the Von Steins, Peter's number one actual nemesis in the world. Go check out James.
James must have blocked him by now too.
Yeah. Look at this.
Soon to be blocked.
Flawless piece of the Steins. Yeah, soon to be blocked. Nah, there's nothing but love
I never
between all of
practiced Steins.
us.
Now I'm gonna have to buy one of these stupid graphic novels from him. I feel bad.
Yeah, it's great. It came out fantastic. So it was a pleasure helping.
It looks nice. Yeah. So when he has his extra, I'm not buying Omega Mission though.
I'm gonna buy it and immediately refund it.
I just Omega Mission.
Oh, I have a book I want to read,
Helder.
but I can't say whose it is.
Oh.
Aldir, here's your sketch card.
I'm not refunding it. Wow, that looks nice. That came great.
Oh,
I gotta go too. I forgot how late it is. I have to get up for work.
Yeah, this is Aldir's sketch card. This is your sketch card, man.
Yeah, it looks great. Looks great.
And I'll be working on this other one next. Yeah, I'm gonna back Omega Mission and immediately refund.
Oh my God! If Omega Mission doesn't do well, I don't know what we're gonna do.
Yeah. Well, if everybody's getting ready to jet here, so when you guys get ready, I think we'll call it a show. And
I wish I could stay longer because it's fun.
But yeah, I look forward to doing. I look forward to doing some
ideas.
Thanks again, Omar.
Yeah, it looks great. It looks
for
great.
letting me on your show and blowing it up. I don't feel like I could talk be this fun on other shows. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Almost
All right, guys.
A little bit on the studio, but
I'm going to be the next one. I'm out.
All right, Peter. Appreciate you, buddy. Is that a glitch? What is that? Real quick.
Wait, what's that?
Is that a glitch there?
Oh yeah. I do the list real quick.
Yeah, looks
maybe
great.
I'll draw the glitch for Joe Sontag this weekend.
Yeah.
Sweet.
I drew Reaper Destroyer already.
All right.
Yeah.
See you guys.
All right, later,
safe,
Pete.
Peter.
Appreciate you, buddy.
I'll see you guys later. You guys be safe.
Good night.
All right, Elliot. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, everybody who's on here. Thank you, the chat. We'll see you guys later. I'm going to promote some people real quick, and then we'll head out. Like this guy here. Yeah. We'll see you guys later. You're more than welcome to take off while I share this stuff. Go check out Marcus over on YouTube. There's Marcus's channel. Subscribe to him. Tell him how much you love him. Check out his videos. Tell him he's got to put more up. Let's see. Call sign Orion. RJ was in the chat earlier. Go check out Call sign Orion. And back his book. He's got 24 backers. He's at $660 over on Fund My Comic. Call sign Orion. Yeah, I want to draw this character. Got to do some fan art for him. That'd be cool. And yeah, he's got a cover by Doc Blaylock. Go check that out. And of course, he's got his model friend available on I think it's a card. So go check her out and check the comic out. It looks great. It looks really good. It looks fun. I like the character design. It's hard to tell kind of who's who with these guys here, but because it's the same design for the armor, but different colors. So that's kind of neat, kind of like a Power Ranger thing. And of course, this chick's a total babe. She's an actress, and she's been like on a TV show or something. So check out Call Sign Orion. And what's her name? Lisa Foyles. Lisa Foyles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's a beauty.
You get a trading card from that also.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know if she's one of the trading cards, and I don't know if he's got like an extra one or like another one. I'm not entirely sure. But RJ, Call Sign Orion on Fun My Comic. And then let me share this tab here. We got the Opossum issues 1 and 2. This is my co-host over on the Monday show, Aaron Moses. And this is I did the wraparound cover for issue number 1, and it's only $2.75 over on Indie Planet, print on demand, and you can get that book. And I'm sure maybe $3-4 for shipping for issue number 1, and then you can get issue number 2, and I think issue 2 is $2.50. So you get both comic books. Total of the first one was 32 pages. The second one here, I believe it's 28 pages, and for $5.75 you can get issue 1 and 2 plus $5 shipping. That's a little under just over $10. So go check that out. And we'll share this guy. Our homie Rex wasn't here tonight, but go check out Devil Flyer. He's got 71 backers over on Fun My Comic, $4,204 USD. And Rex has got loads of stuff on here, plenty of stuff to check out. Lots of great artwork by John Dillard, Tank Ferret. I've got some fan art in there, sketch cards. He's got sticker books, digital available. So go check
Lots
out.
of stuff from Bog also.
Yeah. There's going to be a Bog backup story and all sorts of stuff. He's going to put Midnight in there. I think a 2-page little story of Midnight. Yeah, lots of stuff on there. And then Del A was on earlier on the panel, so go check out Del A's YouTube channel and check out his latest Vampire Hunter Sodality over on Global Comics. And I really love his Nightmare Scenario story. Check that one out. It's really good. And of course, I think he's got 5 free issues available, physical copies of Sword and Chivalry. If you go to his website, theinstallation.com, which I wish he had here in his info, but he doesn't. It's the-installation.com, and you can get a free comic. He'll send it to you, no cost to you, free, and he'll ship it basically anywhere around the world. Elliot, if you get a chance, go to Dale's website, and you can get a free comic from him.
Sweet.
He'll send it to you. So,
check
and
it
I
out.
think he's got 5 left. So, and the link is in the description below if you want to find it. And that's all I got.
Nice. Awesome stuff, man. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for sticking around, bud. If you
nice.
Want to say anything on the way out, you're more than welcome to.
No.
Just bring anything up.
No. Just thank you very much, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm going to be streaming 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Just talking about newsprint stuff, updates on Ominous. I'm going to be offering up more of these sketch cards, so if you want one of these, you can get some tomorrow. Remember to back during the stream, and I'll be streaming for about an hour. And then thank you very much, man. And I'll catch you guys later.
Yeah.
You guys be safe.
What time's your show at tomorrow morning?
Yeah, 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, for 1 hour.
That's
a little bit more.
10 for us, right? 10 Central.
Yes, that's exactly. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, we're on the same time zone. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Sweet.
yeah. Cool.
All right.
Hey, thanks, Haldir, as always. All right,
Awesome.
buddy. I'm gonna play my outro. We'll see you later. Appreciate you.
Thanks,
everybody. Yeah. Make sure you like, share, follow, and subscribe. All of us here on the channel and on the panel. Make sure you hit that bell so you know when you'll get a notification when we go live. And as always, I want to thank the master mod, Haldir, and apparently Tank Ferret's in the running for wanting to take over Haldir's job. So Haldir, you got some competition out there. I might have to make one of these for Tank. I hope not, because he should be on the damn show. At some point, we'll get Haldir on the show too. So. He's getting ready to amp up his art skills and do some badassery with us. So let me hit the outro video, and thanks everybody for being here. Hopefully you enjoy and stick around for the outro video too. Give me that watch time, baby. Laters, everybody. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Later, everyone.
Meta. Best meta to date, I believe. Can't feel my mouse. It takes some getting used to. Oh, there it is. Here's my mouse. Okay.
Uh-oh. Guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Mike. Mike. What day is it, Mike? What day is it, Mike? What day? Uh-oh.
It's hump day.
Hump. Hump Day. Hump Day. Huh? Anybody?
It's hump day.
Guess what day it is? I know you can hear me. Hump Day. Guess what day it is? What day is it, Mike?
Happier than a camel on Wednesday.
Hump Day.
Get happy. Get on it.
It's hump day.
Hump Day.
The United States will continue to enforce our laws and secure our border. There are legal methods by which migration can and should occur. But we, as one of our priorities, will discourage illegal migration. And I believe if you come to our border, you will be turned back. I want to be clear to folks in this region who are thinking about making that dangerous trek to the United States-Mexico border. Do not come. Do not come.
I'm gonna come. It's got to be great for our country, for our community, for everybody in here, because believe me, we are all suffering, and we're suffering big league, and it's getting worse. A disaster.
But we, as one of our priorities, will discourage illegal migration.
Wrong.
And I believe if you come to our border, you will be turned back.
When Mexico sends its people, they're not sending their
I
best.
want to be clear
They're not sending you.
to folks in
They're
this
not
region
sending
who
you.
are thinking about making
They're sending
that
people
dangerous
that
trek
have lots of problems.
to the United
And they're
States-Mexico
bringing those
border.
problems with us.
Do not come. Do not come.
I'm gonna come.
Do not come.
So strong.
Do not come.
We have made them that way for
Do
us,
not come.
which is wreaking
Do
havoc
not come.
all over the world.
Do not come.
People are scared.
Do not come.
You're gonna see some real good things. I'm going to.
Not.
I'm going to.
Do 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 not come. Do not come.
I'm gonna come. So strong.
There it was, the birth of my dick. The most significant thing to ever happen in our species. Now, that makes for some interesting phenomena. My dick begins to grow. My dick. My big ass dick. The most powerful dick in the world. I've got this big ass dick. This huge dick. The most powerful dick in the world. Here's what happens. my dick begins to grow. The power to stretch. Earth is turning into and out of my dick. My big ass dick. The most powerful dick in the world. I've got this big ass dick. This huge dick. The most powerful dick in the world. To the center of Earth. A stream of atoms. Oops! The wind changed directions. And all of a sudden, you become a victim of my big ass dick. The most powerful dick in the world. I've got this big ass dick. This huge dick. The most powerful dick in the world. You're not supposed to drop your dick. Drop your dick. Drop your dick. Drop your dick. Ever. You're not supposed to drop your dick. Drop your dick.
Jiggling. Is that an emo? Cheek it. Wait. I wonder if I can do it with my. Can you guys even hear that?